This presentation is copyright Neversink Media Group and may not be recorded or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of the owner of the broadcast.
The following is a special presentation of LITE 106.9 in cooperation with the Delaware Valley Athletic Department. This is LITE 106.9, your home for Delaware Valley sports.
Someone said football, so I come running.
It's Friday night. Turn on the lights and let's get ready to rumble. Who's ready for some football?
Are you ready for some football?
It's the Warriors football countdown to kickoff. Let's go to the field for the play-by-play. Here's Jake Graziano and Craig Brown.
It's the start of a brand new high school football season as tonight, LITE 106.9 presents Delaware Valley High School football from Harold L. Bolig Stadium in Selinsgrove. It's the Delaware Valley Warriors taking on the Selinsgrove Seals, and it's the first all-time meeting between these two schools. Alongside Craig Brown and with Gavin Burton, the rest of our LITE 106.9 producing team back in our Port Jervis studio, I'm Jake Graziano. Thank you so much for joining us for the Milford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram countdown to kickoff. Last season for the Warriors, Craig, I think by everyone's admission in the program, slight disappointment, 7-6, some losses in there that you wouldn't have expected. Of course, early on in the year, Coach Olsmer always likes to challenge his team. Some of those losses, not so bad, but later in the year, there were some teams that Delaware Valley typically takes care of. They lost a few of those, end up falling in the state playoffs to Whitehall. Strange season. There were some ups and downs. Of course, got another district title, but really looking to build on that here in 2023.
Yeah, I think last year they suffered from maybe a little bit of an identity crisis on the offensive side of the ball. Delaware Valley's known for really kind of having a very solid running game and controlling the clock. They'd had a difficult time of really getting that going on a consistent basis last year. Had some youth along the line of scrimmage. We've talked about that before. Hoping to see maybe an improvement up front this year on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, I thought they were pretty solid most of the season. They're very competitive, kept themselves in games, and a lot of that talent is back this year on the defensive side of the ball. So I expect to see a lot from that front seven unit. Have a couple needs in the defensive backfield that they'll have to replace some senior leadership there with Machado and a couple other guys. So we'll have to see. Can you fill the holes in the defensive backfield? Will you get a little maturity on the offensive side of the ball along the line of scrimmage? See how that kind of plays out. And the other thing we'll probably talk about a little bit is depth, and how maybe we don't see as much depth this year as we're used to seeing for a Delaware Valley squad.
I want to go back to you talking about the offensive line. There was a stretch in the middle of the season where I felt like things were really starting to click for that unit. They had a couple of big wins over North Pocono, Wilkes-Barre, Valley View. That was really the biggest win of the season. And it felt like the tide was turning, but then some of those issues came back to the forefront towards the end of the season. That, I think, is maybe the most important unit this year. If they can get that under control and control penalties, which were a big issue last year,
yes.
If that's under control, you know that Delaware Valley is going to be strong because they will likely have a good running game again with Ryder Machado returning this season in the backfield.
Yeah, I would agree. On the offensive side of the ball, a lot of their woes were self-inflicted. As you said, discipline penalties were a huge issue last year. If you are a run-heavy team, putting yourself in 1st and 15 is not where you want to start. So I want to see tonight, if that maturity has come along in the discipline. Not procedural penalties will just kill you. Coach Olsmer will tell you that all day long. That was a real issue this year. We need to see an improvement on that.
Jacob Albaugh, Carter Fauble returning along that offensive line as starters. And as I mentioned, the second leading rusher from last season, Ryder Machado, he's back. There is a huge loss in that backfield, and I think we would be remiss to not mention it. Paulie Weinrich, who was the team's leading rusher, over 1,000 yards last season, and he was great in his junior campaign as well in 2021. That's going to be a big loss, and maybe not so much felt at the number 1 running back position, but who's going to step into that number 2 role for the team this year? There are a few guys who will mix in Chris Eishoffel and also Brzezinskis as well.
Yeah, that's something. If you've been watching Delaware Valley football for a long time, they always seem to have 2 to 3 running backs that you can kind of line up in that tailback spot and feel like, there's not really any kind of drop-off. There's a question mark there this year because we just haven't seen who that number 2 back is going to be and what kind of drop-off, if any, you have from Ryder. And I would also say, we talked about this earlier off air, Ryder Machado is an impact player on the defensive side of the ball. Do you want to give that guy 30 carries? I don't know that I want to do that, right? So because he is so important on the other side of the ball. So we're going to see how that develops, obviously, in the first few weeks as we get into the 23 season here.
We'll get into a few other things as the pregame and tonight's game come along. The quarterback position, interesting once again. Bird and Olsmer will both be taking snaps for the second consecutive year. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. And we'll also talk about Aiden Black, the stud two-way player, tight end, edge rusher for this team. The Stanford commit, he's coming back for his senior year. Sky-high expectations for him. Really high expectations for this Delaware Valley team as a whole. And they get to start things here with a tough test out in Selinsgrove. First time that they are ever taking on the Seals. We'll take our first break now on the pregame show. When we come back, we've got some interviews that were done by one of our students here at DVHS, Emily Chancho. Got to sit down with a few players, Coach Olsmer as well. Those are coming up out of the break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Get fresh this holiday season with help from Olsmer's Christmas Tree Farm. Open Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., now through December 24th at noon. Open Black Friday, November 25th, too. The tree pricing is as follows. 6 feet to 8 feet, $50, and trees over 8.5 feet, $80 with a coupon. $5 coupons can be from the newspaper or online at olsmerstreefarm.com. Get fresh this holiday season with a fresh cut tree, wreath, or swag from Olsmer's Tree Farm. Exit 17 from Route 84 in Sterling, Pennsylvania. Just follow the signs.
If you've suffered an injury in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania, you need to call the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They have a concentration in personal injury litigation as well as family law and criminal defense. If you need help getting your life back on track, call them at 570-296-7300 or visit tristatetrial.com. The law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They are your tri-state trial team.
You're listening to Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
Back now on the Milford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram countdown to kickoff. I got it out that time. Emily Chancho sat down with Coach Olsmer. We'll get into her interview right now.
What measures did you take to get your team in the right headspace going into a new season?
I think it's pretty easy for these guys to get into a good headset. We underperformed last season at only 7-6, and I think that a lot of these guys were pretty hungry and motivated throughout the offseason. So it is something that I feel that, these guys were pretty easy to put in the right mindset.
What are some changes from last season that you think will really benefit this year's team?
It's not the changes that'll benefit. I think it's a lot more of the same that'll benefit. I think that when you have a bunch of guys that are back, it always helps, and we have a good nucleus of kids back.
What type of differences do you see in this year's team rather than last year's?
I think the leadership of the team is a little bit better. We're a more veteran ball club this year. Last year we had a few guys who played quite a bit. This year we have several guys who have played quite a bit, so that helps out a lot.
What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge during this game?
We have to have a fast start. We have to really get out of the gate and start to execute at a pretty high level early. Can't turn the ball over and can't have penalties.
That was Emily and Coach Olsmer talking about this first game of the season and what to expect for this season at large. And now we'll go right into Emily's interviews with three of the players on the team, Jacob Albaugh, Tyler Bird, and Colton Handy, all spoke to her.
Coming off preseason, how do you re-engage after a whole season off?
I think the main thing is just having been into weight room off season and in the off season and getting back into these practices has got me going again and just getting me back into the feeling of football.
What are you looking forward to the most this season?
Hopefully winning district champs and getting into the state playoffs.
What do you feel are your team's strengths for this up-and-coming season?
We have a large returning defense that has a lot of experience and can do a lot of things up front, but on offense we also have a lot of experience with forward, coming back with more experience. Ryder and JK are really good running backs, and up front we've got a lot of linemen who know what they're doing.
What are you looking forward to most during this game?
Finally playing football again.
What do you find is the most rewarding part of the game?
Getting touchdowns.
What have you personally worked on since the last season?
Probably my speed.
What do you find your greatest strength is that you can always showcase during the game?
Throwing the ball.
What part of this game are you looking forward to the most?
Really just showing what the team can do and how good we really are. Just show Selinsgrove what we're all about.
What actions do you take prior to kickoff to prepare yourself?
Really just getting some energy going with the team, stretching, and really just getting everyone ready to play, getting that mindset going.
What challenges have you and or the team faced heading into this game?
Personally, I tore my meniscus last year, so I was recovering from the surgery, and now I'm just trying to bounce back and be as normal as possible.
What did the team change in the off-season that will really benefit the current season?
We had a really strong weight room going this off-season with a new workout plan and a lot more guys showing up, so I think it'll really benefit how we play on the field this season.
What are some challenges you expect to face this season?
Really just coming together as a group, playing as a team. We got to pick each other up when we're down, and that's about it.
Want to thank Emily once again, as well as the three players, Jacob Albaugh, Tyler Bird, and Colton Handy, who all sat down with her to talk about their expectations and their hopes for this 2023 season. We'll take another break here on the pregame show. When we come back, talk about the Warriors' opponent tonight, the Selinsgrove Seals. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
When the game is on the line, the Warriors count on their coaches to help them come out on top. Just like you can count on the experts at Olsemer Clark Insurance to tackle all your insurance needs. From business to personal, auto to home, Olsemer Clark Insurance has the skill to find the right coverage at the right price to help you protect what matters most. As an independent insurance agency, Olsemer Clark gives you the power of choice. Visit olsemerclark.com. Learn more about how you can protect what matters most to you with the help of Olsemer Clark Insurance.
From the Town Crier, the town of Wallkill is hosting their first annual Community Day coming up on Saturday, September 30th at the Galleria at Crystal Run in Middletown in the Macy's parking lot. And they're looking for vendors. If you would like to bring your business out to the first annual Town of Wallkill Community Day, be a part of this fun celebration, from music to food trucks, entertainment, and more. They'd love to have you. Visit the Town Crier at WDLCCountry.com.
Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging you to make the most out of the final days of summer and beginning of fall. It's not too late to get that kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or river raft that you've been wanting. We also have tons of bicycles in stock, ranging from BMX to mountain, kids, electric, and comfort bikes. Plus, we're offering some great end-of-season deals. If you're interested in cycling and want to learn more, stop into either one of our stores located in Milford, Pennsylvania, or Port Jervis, New York. Our super friendly and knowledgeable staff will help guide you on the proper gear and best places to ride. We look forward to seeing you soon.
All season, don't miss the action of DV football. Home or away, we'll carry the play-by-play here on LITE 106.9.
Back at Bolig Stadium in Selinsgrove, this is the Milford Chrysler Countdown to Kickoff. We thank you for joining us on this first week of the high school football season, last Friday in August. I'm Jake Graziano. He's Craig Brown. Talked about the Warriors a little bit. Now let's talk about Selinsgrove. This was a good team last year. 9-3 season. They ended up bowing out in the district playoffs to a very good Jersey Shore team. Jersey Shore, those were two of Selinsgrove's three losses. They lost to them 63-0 in the regular season, 35-7 in the playoffs. But really, the Seals took care of business against everyone else, and they're bringing back quite a bit of talent. Their quarterback returns. Leading rusher from last season is back in the fold, as is the team's leading receiver from a year ago. So, just like with the Warriors, this is a team that is expected to have a very good season. 9th year under their head coach. And I'm sure they're expecting to win this one at home.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people looked at the Delaware Valley schedule and said, Selinsgrove? why are you playing Selinsgrove? They're not a 6A state power. Yeah. Usually you play a larger team or a state, some team that everybody kind of knows, right? Well, Selinsgrove is a top 10 team in the Quad A, and as we've just heard from our astute play-by-play man here, they brought back a ton talent on the offensive side of the ball.
We do have the national anthem playing now here at the stadium, so we'll step aside for a few moments, and then we'll come back. And we're getting close to kickoff time here in Selinsgrove. We'll be right back. You're listening to DV High School Football on LITE 106.9.
When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford. Primetime Meats has the freshest quality meats with great everyday low prices, so you can make meals your family will love for less. Kenny and his staff can even make cooking recommendations. Primetime Meats also has food to go, including crispy, mouth-watering fried chicken, subs, sandwiches, hot lunch items, and more. Check out their daily and weekly specials online at primetimemeatspa.com. When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford.
Thinking about selling your home? Call the market-leading real estate experts with an impressive 59 years of experience. Davis R. Chant Realtors. At Chant in Milford, they prioritize you. There are no hidden costs like tech, marketing, or administrative fees, just transparency and trust. Let them give you a free estimate of your home's value. Choose Davis R. Chant Realtors, where their goal is to sell your home fast at the best price. Davis R. Chant Realtors. Call 800-754-5860 or online at chantre.com.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Warriors football on WYNY Milford, LITE 106.9. Yard by yard, play by play. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
Back now in Selinsgrove, about 7 minutes to go until we get this one underway. There was a passing downpour for a few minutes about half an hour ago. It seemingly came out of nowhere. It was a beautiful day from the moment that we got here. Sun was out. And then before you know it, we had a downpour for about 10 minutes, I would say. That has now subsided. The sun is starting to come back out right in our eyes. So hopefully, that's all we get for the night. And the nice thing, too, we were talking about turf field here in Selinsgrove at Bolig Stadium. So the field should not be affected at all by that. But still interesting to monitor whether the rain does come back into play. These are two kind of run-first teams, so probably wouldn't impact them all that much.
Yeah, it was... it's not too much hyperbole to say that. It was like biblical type rain.
Yes.
It came out of nowhere. I mean, it's pouring, but thankfully it's cleared up here, and now we have the sun blaring into our eyes instead. But probably not a huge issue for either team. I would say Selinsgrove is a little bit more of a spread passing attack than Delaware Valley is, but looks like it's going to clear out here and it won't be an issue.
And the Seals are taking the field right now before a nice crowd of supporters for them here in this home opener. One thing I wanted to talk about before we got into tonight's game, Craig, is the all-important quarterback position for the Warriors, and there are so many questions surrounding it. Questions all of last year, questions so far this year. We simply do not really know how it's going to play out. For the second consecutive season, we'll see both Tyler Bird and Logan Olsmer taking snaps. For the majority of last year, it was one drive on, one drive off. It was a true committee, a true rotation. Is it going to be that again? Will Coach Olsmer maybe ride more of a hot hand? If someone's doing well, they stay in the game? That's yet to be seen. Actually, it's probably the biggest unanswered question for me coming into tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. It seems like it's going to be a similar situation from everything that we've heard so far as it was last year. I would say Tyler probably got maybe 2/3 of the reps last year. We'll see. Is it more 50-50 this year? I don't know. I mean, it is a mystery. I think Logan brings maybe a little more of a run, a run pass option than Tyler does. It's just a little bit more of a threat with his legs. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. The only person who knows is the big tall guy down there with the visor, you know?
He is probably the only one here who knows. And like you were alluding to, there's different skill sets at play with these quarterbacks. Bird is that traditional drop-back pocket passer. Logan Olsmer, as Craig was getting into, he is very athletic, and we saw him a few times last year have some big-time plays in the running game.
Yes.
And it adds another element for the defense to have to keep track of. And it maybe allows for more of a spread offense if you bring him in as opposed to that more old-school I formation that we'll likely see with Bird.
Well, not only that, but, I mean, I don't care what defensive coordinator you talk to. When they have to account for 11 players instead of 10 and they're running a game, that's an issue. We saw Logan had a lot of success off of counteraction, right? Or they run play action to the left. He'd keep the ball and score it out to the right-hand side. They scored at least 2 or 3 touchdowns. I know he had, about a 70-yard touchdown against Scranton, I think, during the regular season on a very simplistic play. Mm-hmm. However, when you have 3 different players that can be touching the ball on a given down, that's a lot for a front seven to kind of have to account for. Especially when you have a very physical offensive line like Delaware Valley typically does.
For sure. The Warriors have taken the field. I don't know if you noticed, Craig, but when the Seals came out, they got this great introduction from the PA guy, rousing applause from the crowd, and then when the Warriors came out, it was just complete monotone. They played some sort of sound effect as well. Not a very warm welcome for the Warriors, but maybe that'll unite them and fire them up a bit.
Well, I mean, we are away. So,
yeah,
and not only far away. I was just going to say 2.5-hour drive in a car away, probably closer to 3 hours on the bus. So that's something to think about, right? Anytime you get off a 3-hour bus ride, even if you've been here for 45 minutes or an hour ahead of time, it's still not the same as 45 minutes or just walking on the field at home. So, look, Delaware Valley's very used to traveling. There's no doubt about that. Everybody on this field has taken long bus rides. So, I wouldn't expect it to be any kind of real effect, but you never know.
We will take our final break here on the Milford Chrysler pregame show. When we come back, we'll let you know who's getting the ball first here at Bolig Stadium. It's the Warriors and the Seals. Season opener of the 2023 high school football season. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging you to make the most out of the final days of summer and beginning of fall. It's not too late to get that kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or river raft that you've been wanting. We also have tons of bicycles in stock, ranging from BMX to mountain, kids, electric, and comfort bikes. Plus, we're offering some great end-of-season deals. If you're interested in cycling and want to learn more, stop into either one of our stores located in Milford, Pennsylvania, or Port Jervis, New York. Our super friendly and knowledgeable staff will help guide you on the proper gear and best places to ride. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thinking about selling your home? Call the market-leading real estate experts with an impressive 59 years of experience. Davis Archant Realtors. At Chant in Milford, they prioritize you. There are no hidden costs like tech, marketing, or administrative fees, just transparency and trust. Let them give you a free estimate of your home's value. Choose Davis Archant Realtors, where their goal is to sell your home fast at the best price. Davis Archant Realtors. Call 800-754-5860 or online at chantre.com.
Is your eyesight changing?
I can't read this anymore.
Don't lose hope. People just like you are working every day using Braille, screen magnification, speech technology, and other tools and blindness skills. Your eyesight may have changed, but your goals, they don't have to. We can help. Visit us on the web at blind.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
The play-by-play of Warriors football is here on LITE 106.9.
It's week 1 of the high school football season, and we are just about ready to get underway from Selinsgrove. Alongside Craig Brown, I'm Jake Graziano. We've got the Selinsgrove Seals and the Delaware Valley Warriors. Warriors looking to start off the season with a win. It's been a couple of years since they've done so. Of course, playing very strong competition almost every year in the opening week. We're going to get to see the offense first. Warriors will be getting the football after Selinsgrove deferred. Warriors will be moving from right to left when they do get the ball. They're wearing their white jerseys, white pants with their white helmet. The all-white look for DV. And Selinsgrove has blue tops, blue pants, and a white helmet of their own with the Seals script. The 2009 state champion Selinsgrove Seals. Almost 15 years since that title-winning team. They went 16-0 that year, and this is the first all-time meeting between Selinsgrove and Delaware Valley Warriors on the road here in Central PA. Ryder Machado is standing back around his own 10-yard line, awaiting this kickoff from Selinsgrove. This is the primetime meets opening quarter of the game and of the 2023 season. And Carter Young sends it away. Machado will field it in his own end zone, and he'll take...
No, automatic touchback.
No, it is a touchback because he did have a foot in that end zone. And now the offense comes out for the Warriors. And it is Tyler Bird, the senior, who will be under center. He's going to get the first crack at the quarterback position, just as he did a year ago. Give you the starters for the Warriors in a moment. They come out in the I. Bird under center with Kalitsnik as well as Machado behind him. The two receivers in the formation are the leading receiver from a year ago, Jaden Ramirez, and Jackson Corey. Machado gets it, goes up the middle, and he gets tripped up, but it's a decent gain on first down, past the 25, up to the 26. And it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Machado about one stretched arm away there on the first down here for Delaware Valley.
Starting offensive line for the Warriors, we've got Carter Fauble and Jacob Alba, as well as Matt Camerano, Amir Galite, and Chris Renna. 3 new starters along that offensive line. It's another handoff to Machado. He goes left, and he gets tripped up in the backfield. Nice play there by the Seals. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, tried to run power there, and defensive end here on the near side for the Seals did a nice job of kind of shutting that down. Machado tried to bump it outside, but outside linebacker there to clean things up.
Tyler Bird breaks the huddle. I formation once again. Kalitsnik and Machado standing behind Bird. Ramirez to the right of the formation. Corey is to the left. The Stanford commit, Aiden Black, is in there as well. This is his senior season. Bird takes the snap, hands it off to Machado. Machado breaks a tackle. He's trying to push his way to the first down. Needs to get to the 30, and he is just short.
Yeah, call it a half yard short, maybe a yard. Half a yard short here. So what do you do? 4th and half a yard? Coach O says, line up, boys. Let's go.
Offense right up to the line of scrimmage. 4th and less than a yard here. Bird under center takes the snap. It's a QB sneak, and he's got it, but there is a flag.
Oh, boy.
And it looks like maybe someone moved along the line.
Well, that's usually what happens when you see a flag on 4th and half yard.
Illegal shift. And that will undo what would have been a first down gain. That was a gutsy call from Coach Olsmer there on that 4th and less than 1. But because of that penalty, it'll be 4th and 6, and Logan Olsmer comes out to punt.
Yeah, that is a big penalty. I'll tell you what. Kind of shades of 2022 here. Hopefully we don't see any more of that.
Number 4, Caleb Hicks, is back to return this punt from Olsmer. High and pretty short. It's going to bounce in DV territory, and it takes a bad roll for the Warriors and will be downed at the 39-yard line. Seals will have great starting field position. 1st and 10 from the DV. They're going to call it the 40. And now Mark Pastore, the returning senior starting quarterback for Selinsgrove, he's going to bring his offense out onto the field.
Well, if you're the Seals, things couldn't start much better here for you. Getting the ball at your DV 40 to start your first offensive drive of the season.
Force a 3 and out. Gain some momentum on that penalty, and now, as Craig said, starting on the 40. Pastore under center, I formation for them. He gives it to the fullback, and he just kind of crashes into a pile. Gains about 2 yards. That was Jared Bullington, a junior fullback. 5'10", 187 is Bullington. He gained 2 to make it 2nd down and 8. Seals moving from left to right, looking to get on the scoreboard first here in this one. Warriors with a big defensive front, that's for sure. Anchored by Jacob Albaugh, 6'6", 270 is what he's listed at. Two-way starter for DV. Pastore under center again. It's a handoff this time to last year's leading rusher, Teets. And he runs right into a wall. Several Warriors in on that tackle. Justin Kalitsnik was there. Pasquale Ventucci was there as well. And it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Ventucci and Fauble kind of really bottled that up right at the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go there for the Seals, and Kalitsnik coming in there towards the end to clean it up.
Ball is on the far left hash of the field. 3rd down and 7 from the 37 of Delaware Valley. 8:45 remaining opening quarter. Pastore is under center. He drops back. Pastore has some time. Over to that right side, complete. Up inside the 30-yard line. That one went to Caleb Hicks, the senior, and it looks like it's good for a 1st down.
And Corey with kind of a big cushion there out on this near side, and just sort of a pitch and catch out there for the Seals.
Needed 7, got 9. And now it'll be 1st and 10 from the DV 29 line. Be the rest of the Warriors' defensive starters after this play. Once again, Selinsgrove comes out in the eye. Both receivers in the formation lined up to the left. Pastore takes the snap, hands off to Teets. Teets over to the right side, inside the 25. He's pushed out of bounds around the 20. That's a nice carry there for last year's leading rusher, over 1,300 yards for Teets.
Yeah, 1,300 yards on, I believe, about 8.5 games. He actually was banged up earlier in the season, missed a few games, but nice job there bending that outside. The DV had it really bottled up well inside, but able to break contain out to the right side there.
2nd down and 2 now at the 21 as we tick inside of 8 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Still no score. It's another handoff for Teets. He stutter steps, cuts his way into the middle of the field, and he's got a big gain here inside the 15 up to about the 11-yard line. That'll be another 1st down.
Did a really nice job of kind of picking his way through the line of scrimmage right there. There wasn't a whole lot of room to deal with or to work with, but you can see Teets has got pretty shifty hips. It's hard to get to square up on him. He does a real nice job of making himself skinny getting through the line of scrimmage.
Sticking with this same formation, 2 receivers to the left. I formation look, Pastore under center. Takes the snap again to Teets. This time he's hitting the backfield and he's wrapped up. First man in there was Ventucci. Aiden Black was in there to clean it up, and it's a loss on 1st down.
Yeah, you know what? Ventucci, he's going to be a real key. He's got a great motor. He only has to play on the defensive side of the ball. I thought he looked really good when I watched the film from last week in the scrimmage against Liberty. I expect to see a lot from him this year from that nose guard spot.
2nd and a long 10 at the 11-yard line. Same formation. Bastian and Hicks are the receivers to the left. Pastore looks that way. Bubble screen outside. Bastian has it. He's inside the 5. He is stopped at about the 3-yard line. Bastian was the leading receiver for this Selinsgrove squad a year ago. He was just a sophomore in 2022. This now is junior campaign.
That's just too easy. You got twins to the left. Safety's about 10 yards off the ball. It's just pitch and catch, just too easy right there. Going to have to play a little bit tighter from the defensive backfield on that formation.
3rd and a long 2 at the 3. They can get a 1st down at about the 1. Pastore hands it off to Teets. Teets moves his way into the end zone. And Selinsgrove is on the board first. They lead 6-0. 6:27 remaining opening quarter.
That's just lead right up the middle right there. Nothing fancy about that play. It's tough when you put yourself in a position where they have the ball on the 3-yard line.
Yep. Carter Young comes out now for the extra point. Senior kicker and tight end for this team. Ryan Gavison will hold. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good. 7-0 is the lead. Selinsgrove on top. We're a few minutes into this one. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
This Sunday, August 20th.
When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford. Primetime Meats has the freshest quality meats with great everyday low prices, so you can make meals your family will love for less. Kenny and his staff can even make cooking recommendations. Primetime Meats also has food to go, including crispy, mouth-watering fried chicken, subs, sandwiches, hot lunch items, and more. Check out their daily and weekly specials online at primetimemeatspa.com. When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford.
This is LITE 106.9, your home for Delaware Valley sports. This is Warriors football on the LITE.
We're back at Bolig Stadium in Selinsgrove. The Seals have struck first in this game against the Warriors. 7-0 is the score after a 3-yard rushing touchdown by the senior Tucker Teets. He really dominated that drive. A couple of good runs, and you could see why he was over 1,000 yards a year ago.
Yeah, 8 plays, 40 yards, covered in about 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's the Olsmer Clark Endurance Drive summary. We're here in the Primetime Meats first quarter. The Warriors are going to get the football back, and now this is where the intrigue starts, right? We had Tyler Bird in that opening possession. Do we get Logan Olsmer now for the first time in 2023?
We're about to find out in about 35 seconds, I'd say.
Ryder Machado once again back deep to return the kick. Jaden Ramirez is there, as well as Noah Polhill. Mike Isolino back there with Jaden Ramirez. They're standing at about the 10. Ryder Machado around the 5. It's another deep kickoff, and it'll bounce in the end zone, so another touchback. And that's an early storyline here in this one, starting field position. The Warriors have had it on their own 20 both times, and Selinsgrove was able to get it on the DV40 before that scoring drive.
Yeah, so, that's where you see kicking is a third of the game. It's a big part of it, right? So Selinsgrove, they have a nice place kicker. They put the ball in the end zone. It's not easy to, drive the ball 80 yards on a consistent basis at the high school level.
As expected, Logan Olsmer is out there, and we've got a shotgun formation, so a different offensive look than we saw with Bird. 2 backs to each side of him. Machado will get the carry. Machado busy early on in this game. Short gain on this opening play of the possession. Give him a yard or 2. They'll give him 2 up to the 22. 2nd and 8 upcoming. DV has yet to throw the football in this contest.
Just kind of a basic X play there. Machado not able to find much room to work with up front.
Machado now will move out as a slot receiver. This a very different look with Olsmer in the gun. Kalitsnik standing to his right. Olsmer takes the snap, looks over towards Machado, and he throws it over his head, incomplete. He had him. It would have been a short gain, but it'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And snap was a little bit off to Logan's right there. Had to adjust a little bit to the snap. Maybe got a little bit happy-footed there, having to worry about that before letting go of that pass.
I like that look there, moving Machado out to the slot, get him involved as a receiver.
Yep.
You want to get him the ball as much as you possibly can. Him, Jaden Ramirez, Aiden Black.
Especially if you can get it in his hands out in open space.
And he's going to be in the slot again here, this time to the right of the formation. Kalitsnik standing to the left of Olsmer in the gun. Olsmer takes the snap, looks over to the right, fires complete, and now it's actually broken up.
They're going to say that was intercepted.
They're going to call this an interception. That was in and out of the hands of Jackson Corey and deflected right into the waiting arms of a Seals defender. It looked like Olsmer had his man.
Wow.
They're actually calling it a catch and a fumble.
What?
There was not
there was
enough
no football
time.
play.
No.
There's no football play there. That's not possible. That's not possible.
That is an unbelievable call.
If it's an interception, that's fine.
Yes.
I'll give you that. But to call it a catch and fumble, I just don't. I can't find anywhere in my life.
Unbelievable.
Where I could see that.
Seals will have it now on the 24-yard line of DV. So, again, great field position for them. Already leading 7-0, 5:37 to go, first quarter. Pastore is under center. He'll hand it off to Teets, who had the opening touchdown. He's going to rumble ahead and have a big gain on first down. Teets up to about the 10-yard line.
Looked like Delaware Valley had him stopped for maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, but you didn't get a gang tackle to the ball there. He's able to break a tackle and breaks off a nice big run on first down. I think Delaware Valley is going to call a timeout here.
First timeout of this game for either side, taken by Coach Olsmer. We'll take a timeout as well. Delaware Valley trails 7-0. You're listening to DV High School Football on LITE 106.9.
The Delaware Valley offensive line protects the quarterback and keeps the opponent from breaking in. Just like how the experts at Olsmer Clark Insurance can help you best protect what you value most in business and in life. Their insurance advisors have a strong passion for insurance, and they treat customers like family. As an independent insurance agency, Olsmer Clark gives you the power of choice. Visit olsmerclark.com. Learn more about how you can protect what matters most to you with the help of Olsmer Clark Insurance.
Yard by yard, play by play. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
Well, the first few minutes of the season are not going the way of the Warriors. They trail 7-0. Selinsgrove is now threatening for more. They're back inside the red zone. They'll have I believe the public address announcer said it was going to be second and short, but on the field it looks like it's a first down and 10.
Yeah.
So it'll be first and 10 at about the 14 of Delaware Valley. This defense really needs to step up right now. I formation look once again. That's what the Seals have favored thus far. And we've got a penalty before the snap and a false start.
A false start. They'll move the Seals back 5 yards. The first break that Delaware Valley's gotten here today for sure.
You have to take advantage of it now.
Yeah. I think we're still kind of stunned at the call on the field right now.
There just was not enough time to call that a fumble, but it is what it is, and you got to rally as a defense and as a unit right now. It'll be first and 15. Ball backed up to the 19 of DV. Seals moving from left to right. This ball spotted on the far left hash. Going with that uneven formation once again. 2 receivers to the right. Handoff is to Teets. Teets with a stutter step. Justin Kalitsnik got him from behind. There's a player we're going to be talking about quite a bit this season. Kalitsnik, he's been playing since his freshman year. Two-way guy, fullback, and seemingly in on almost every play defensively as a middle linebacker.
Yes, well over 100 tackles last year in his junior season. I'm sure he wants to improve on that number. I think he said he wants to try and break Jason Henderson's record for tackles, so we'll see. I know he wants to win more than any kind of individual.
Yes. Second down and long. Pastore drops back. He's looking to the left, looking towards the end zone. It's incomplete. That time the intended target was Andrew Sassaman, the 5'9 senior tight end.
Pastore had a lot of 87 in his face as he was about to let go of that ball. Aiden Black able to come free off the edge there, and just a little bit late. Didn't quite get there before Pastore let go of the ball.
Aiden Black is going to play a huge role on this defense as an edge rusher. His senior season as well. We've got 3rd and 12 now at the 16 of Delaware Valley. We've already seen that the Seals have a good kicker, so they should be in field goal range here. 3rd and 12, Pastore drops back. Pastore eludes one man. Now he's got some space, and he's brought down from behind by Aiden Black. What a chase down tackle to prevent a first down.
You know what? He's a big kid, right? So he's 6'3", 240. You don't expect that kind of burst out of a guy that size, but I mean, when you saw him come from behind, he was moving.
It is 4th down, and the field goal team is on the field. This will be about a 30-yard field goal attempt. Let's call it 29. 29-yard field goal attempt for Carter Young. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's no good. So the defense comes through with a massive stop, and they keep it at just 7-0 in favor of the Seals. 4:03 remaining opening quarter. Now you have some momentum on your side.
Yeah, you got a chance here. So, you could not give up a touchdown there. Defense answered. Offense now. Boy, this sounds familiar from a year ago, right? The offense needs to step up now. They need to at least get a couple first downs here and give that defense some kind of rest here.
Absolutely. That was one of the main issues last year, was not being able to sustain drives and save that defense.
But once again, for the third straight time, where are they starting from? The 20-yard line.
Yep. And it is Tyler Bird back out there. Klitsnik is the tailback here. Bird is in trouble, and Bird is going down in the backfield. It's a sack on the play, and it's Logan Dressler.
Young sophomore, 5'10", 215-pounder. You notice the Seals run sort of a 3-3 or 3-4 look up front, and they go with a speedy-looking kind of front three, right? They don't really usually use a whole ton of size up front, so they may not look big, but they can move up front, and they like to shift a lot right pre-snap as well.
Chris Eislaughel was in for the previous snap. He checks out now, and Ryder Machado re-enters the game. Ramirez to the right, Corey to the left. Machado gets it. Machado tripped up in the backfield. Big-time pressure there from that front. It's going to be 3rd and forever.
Yeah, again, they shifted and slanted at the snap there. It's difficult as an offensive line. You need to really adjust on your toes. Not real easy. Again, they're not real big up front, but they're quick, and they like to slant and shift, and they make your assignments very difficult. And right there, a perfect example. Now Delaware Valley's looking at about a 3rd and almost 20 here.
3:10 remaining opening quarter. 7-0 Selinsgrove leads. I'd imagine we're just going to get something safe here. Maybe a screen play. It will be Bird in the shotgun. Klitsnik standing to his right. 3 receivers to the right of the formation, one of which is Ryder Machado. And we've got a pre-snap penalty.
Wow.
It was 3rd and 20 from the 14. And it's going to be 3rd and 25 from the 9.
I didn't see the indication of what the penalty actually was.
No, it's actually an offside penalty.
Against the Seals.
I jumped the gun there a bit. So instead of 3rd and 25, it'll be 3rd and 15 from the 19.
I'll call it the 15.
Gives the Warriors at least a chance here. Same formation that they had out there for the previous look. Bird takes the snap, rolls out to the right. Bird's going to step up and fire incomplete. The intended target was Jaden Ramirez. That would not have gained much anyway. And it will be 4th down, and out comes Logan Olsmer and the punt unit.
An auspicious start on the offensive side of the ball here in the first half, in the first quarter here for Delaware Valley.
No first downs through these first 3 possessions for DV. This is a very important punt now.
Yes. First time out here, Logan didn't get much of it.
Tucker Teets standing around midfield ready to receive this kick. It's him back there instead of Hicks. This is a good one, and Teets has it around his own 45, eludes one tackler, passes the 45, now into DV territory inside the 45, pushed out of bounds on a nice return of about 15 yards. And once again, Selinsgrove will start in Warriors territory. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 43 of Delaware Valley.
You see, Teets just very elusive. He's very good with football in his hands, especially when you give him a little bit of space to work with. Not an easy guy to tackle in the open field.
Tucker Teets a year ago averaged 6.1 per carry, over 100 yards per game. 1,072 on the ground for him.
All 3 possessions have started in Delaware Valley territory.
Yep. Defense, once again, tasked with coming through with a big stop. Pastore is under center. Moves a receiver in motion. That is Bastian, and we've got another penalty on the field.
False start.
That is the call. So it'll be 1st and 15 now from the 48 of Delaware Valley.
That's a false start against the Seals, 5-yard penalty.
Well, I'll say this. if you can get out of this first quarter down by 7 points, you have to feel pretty good if you're Delaware Valley. If they can get another stop here and get the ball back, you can't ask any more from your defense from what they've been put in, the position they've been put in here tonight so far.
2:19 remaining opening quarter. Selinsgrove leads 7-0. They've got it 1st and 15 at the 48. Pastore, the senior quarterback, will take the snap. He drops back. Pastore steps up in the pocket, but guess who's there? It's Aiden Black for the sack, his first of the season.
Pastore, he looked like he thought he had some space to work with, and then big number 87 kind of just came out of nowhere, and he literally swallowed him up.
Aiden Black is wrecking this game a little bit on the defensive end so far. Said it a few times. We'll say it a few more times. He is committed to Stanford. He's someone who's been hyped up his entire career here at Delaware Valley, and he's lived up to that hype and looking for one final big chapter here as a senior. It'll be 2nd and 20 now, back at the Seals 47. Pistol formation. Pastore has it, low snap. He's looking to the left. He fires over that way. It's complete. Into DV territory goes Caleb Hicks. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 7. It's 3rd and 13.
So now, let's see. This defensive backfield now needs to step up. You're in a I would assume, pretty obvious passing situation here. It gives guys like Ventucci up front the opportunity to kind of pin their ears back and really get upfield. But, the back end's got to do their job as well.
And, of course, Aiden Black off the edge as well. These are the downs that he loves. 3rd and 13. We're under a minute remaining in the primetime meets opening quarter. Pistol formation once again. Pastore. 2 receivers to each side. He's looking over towards the left. He's firing deep downfield. Throwing it up for Bastion. It's incomplete. Back there in coverage, we had Anthony D'Antonio.
Pastore got planted by Aiden Black, and he's sitting on the ground asking for a flag. I'm sorry, Mr. Pastore, but he hit you as you let go of the football.
Aiden Black very involved in this game so far. 4th and 13, and Carter Young is onto the field to punt for the first time. So again, this defense stood strong. Seals have had it 3 times starting in DV territory. They only have 7 points out of it. Here is the punt from Carter Young. It'll be a fair catch at about the 15 by Jackson Corey. And we've got 35 seconds remaining. Warriors have it down by 7.
Warriors will start this possession.
And we will have another possession here from Logan Olsmer. So they have traded on and off thus far. Bird, then Olsmer.
Just haven't been able to do anything on the offensive side of the ball here at all here in the first half. In the first possession, looked like they moved the ball a little bit on the ground, but stalled out. Had a negative yardage play once again on 4th and short, where it would have been a first down on the quarterback sneak. Cost them a first down.
Yeah,
ever since, it's been pretty ugly.
Looking back, that was huge. That would have been the only first down for this team. Opening play of the possession goes to Kalitsnik. He's breaking several tackles. That was a very hard-fought 3 or 4 yards for Kalitsnik.
That was a very Jason Henderson-esque type of run right there. He was Kalitsnik, man. He just refused to go down on that play. Probably should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage. And I would say he bounced off 3 different tacklers before he finally got taken down for about a 4-yard gain.
That will do it for our opening quarter. All things considered, not too bad for the Warriors. At the end of our primetime meets first quarter, Selinsgrove leads things 7-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Get fresh this holiday season with help from Olsemer's Christmas Tree Farm. Open Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., now through December 24th at noon. Open Black Friday, November 25th, too. The tree pricing is as follows: 6 feet to 8 feet, $50, and trees over 8.5 feet, $80 with a coupon. $5 coupons can be from the newspaper or online at olsemerstreefarm.com. Get fresh this holiday season with a fresh cut tree, wreath, or swag from Olsemer's Tree Farm. Exit 17 from Route 84 in Sterling, Pennsylvania. Just follow the signs.
Yard by yard, play by play. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
We're back at Harold L. Bolig Stadium in Selinsgrove. The Seals lead the Warriors 7-0 after a quarter of play. Alongside Craig Brown, I'm Jake Graziano. Really, both of us were kind of struck by what a nice facility this is here. They've got several schools in the complex, all the different athletic facilities as well. And it's just really well maintained and kind of beautiful, honestly.
It's a beautiful campus here, and we kind of commented. It looks like a sort of a small college campus here. It's really, really nice setting.
It absolutely does. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Warriors. Olsmer gives it off to Machado, and that play was dead before it even started. Machado brought down in the backfield. That's happened to him a few times where he hasn't even had a chance to get going. It'll be 3rd and long.
Well, they have a six players sort of, right? So you have your 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and they can really play with who they decide to bring on that play. Or on any given play, for that matter, and it came off the edge of the linebacker, was just completely unblocked. And there's nothing, as Machado found out, there's really nothing you can do there.
Warriors moving from our left to our right, 3rd and 8. Olsmer, the quarterback, Kalitsnik standing to his right. Ryder Machado, multiple snaps as a slot wide receiver in this game. He's out there again. This is setting up a screen. It's complete to Corey. He has some blockers out in front past the 25. Corey's up to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down. That was really well executed by everybody.
Yeah, it was. You know what, as we've seen, Selinsgrove was very aggressive up front, and they just did a really nice job of getting that front 5 to kind of get upfield, and nice job blocking out in front there for Jackson. And a good pickup there on 3rd and long for Delaware Valley.
Minute into this second quarter, 7-0 Selinsgrove leads, but the Warriors, they just picked up their first down of the night, and now it's Olsmer under center I formation with Kalitsnik and Machado behind him. Play action fake. Olsmer rolling to the right. Fires complete. Jaden Ramirez crossing across the field. He's got a first down. Up to about the 42-yard line. Takes a big hit out of bounds. There's the leading receiver for the Warriors from a year ago. Jaden Ramirez returning for his senior year.
Yeah, first time he's touched the ball here. We're in the second quarter. So nice job. Just right. You run the flood pattern to the right-hand side. Get Logan out on the edge. He has an option to throw the ball or use his legs. Found Ramirez coming all the way across the field. And a nice pitch and catch there from Olsmer to Ramirez.
Love that play action call, too, because the defense was really starting to pin their ears back, run first on first down. Another first down. This time it's Machado. He goes up the middle. Nice gain as he corkscrews his way up to the 49-yard line, picks up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Again, though, I saw some penetration into the backfield there, and Machado lucky to kind of get past the line of scrimmage without somebody getting a paw on him.
2nd and 4. Warriors have it at their own 49. Trying to get into Seals territory for the first time tonight. Great crowd on hand in support of Selinsgrove. Packed stands over on their side of the field. 2nd and 4 now. It's another handoff to Machado. He goes left, breaks one tackle. He will not get away from the second. Gavin Bastian, the junior, in there on the tackle. Gains 2, does Machado, and it'll be 3rd and 2 now at the Seals 49.
Yeah, that's one where maybe Ryder, if he just kind of lowers his shoulder and keeps going straight instead of trying to bounce that out, might have picked up a first down, but took a little extra damage for the effort as well.
And he's going to come off the field now for a breather, and this is something we talked about pregame. Ryder Machado is going to need some help in this backfield. He cannot carry the whole load. Chris Eislauffel is in now on 3rd and 2. He gets the carry, and he is stuffed.
Yep. Going to be maybe got half a yard. That's it. I'm surprised. That's a situation where oftentimes Delaware Valley would line up in that power I triple running back backfield.
Yes.
Didn't do it there, though.
We've got an official timeout. A Warrior is shaken up on the play. That is Justin Estevez. And he's going to limp over to the sideline. And Colton Handy, one of our pregame interviews, is going to check into the game now.
Looks like they're
Ryder Machado is going to come back in for Eislauffel as well, and Logan Olsmer is back out into the huddle. They're going to go for it here on fourth and a long one, fourth and a short two, whatever you want to call it.
Get this triple I look here.
That is what we'll get with Kalitsnik, Handy, and Machado behind Olsmer. They need to get about 2 for this first down. Fourth and short. It'll go to Kalitsnik. Kalitsnik's got it and more. Inside the 40. Big gain there for the senior fullback up to the 39. He's got 10.
You know, you see a team line up in that formation, you think, oh, this is going to be easy because you know exactly where it's going. But there's really no way to predict which side of the snap that ball is going to actually go. When you have three lined up in a power I, you don't know which direction the ball is actually going to be run. Looks like we have a timeout on the field with the official.
We've had a couple of those here on this possession.
Not sure what the question is. Selinsgrove has a question.
Why is it being entertained?
That's exactly what I want to know, to be quite honest with you. So if I'm my coach and I have a question, that I can just stop the game.
Yeah, that's nice to know. The Warriors were in a great rhythm. Now it gets broken up. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 39 of Selinsgrove. Seals lead 7-0, 8:17 remaining, first half.
Yeah, you know, the opposing team hasn't done anything on offense at all. They got a little bit of a rhythm, and that opposing head coach is able to just basically stop the game and let his defense adjust to the full house backfield.
And they are going to stick with that formation. This time Machado gets it. Goes right. Machado will fall forward inside the 35. He's got about 5 yards on first down. And he's going to head off to the sideline once again. So definitely is going to be a rotation in the backfield. It always is for the Warriors. Last year it was Weinrich and Machado. 2 years ago it was Sasha, Weinrich, and Machado. This year, who's it going to be? So far we've seen Machado, we've seen Justin Kalitsnik with a few carries, and we've also seen Chris Eislauffel.
Call to pick up a 4 there. It'll be 2nd and 6 here for DV. Ball's marked at the 34.
Sticking with that power I. Handy, Kalitsnik, and Eislauffel in the formation. It's a play-action fake. Olsmer's going to keep it. He's going to get some blocks, and he's got a nice gain as he runs out of bounds up to about the 25. It looks like maybe the 26 of the Seals. There's a first down, and we talked about this, Craig. That's what Logan Olsmer gives you, some athletic ability with his legs.
Yep, you know, you run that play action, and as soon as the safeties see that, they're like, oh, expletive, I got to drop back here.
Yeah.
And all those guys are dropping back as Logan Olsmer's basically just bringing it around the right-hand side.
Coach Olsmer sticking with old reliable, that power I, and it's Kalitsnik. And Kalitsnik has been a bit of a bowling ball here in the first half. He's inside the 20. Warriors just marching on and wearing down this Seals defense.
Well, you know what? And I've said this for probably the last 10 years. And the Seals are going to take a timeout, so we probably should as well.
6:53 remaining second quarter. Selinsgrove leads at 7-0, but the Warriors are threatening to get on the board for the first time this season. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
If you've suffered an injury in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania, you need to call the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They have a concentration in personal injury litigation as well as family law and criminal defense. If you need help getting your life back on track, call them at 570-296-7300 or visit tristatetrial.com. The law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They are your tri-state trial team.
You're listening to Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
We're back at Bolig Stadium, and we've got some good news to report. The Warriors, they've got something going offensively. They've found something with that ground game and that old school power I formation. Craig, you've been loving on that thing for years.
I'll tell you what, when Delaware Valley lines up in this formation, I'm a very happy man. As a former offensive tackle and just a guy who believes in the run game, I've never seen Delaware Valley really totally stuffed when they go into this formation and just run it down your throat.
And guess what? They're going to stick with it with Handy, Kalitsnik, and Eislauffel standing behind the junior quarterback Olsmer. Eislauffel gets it, goes up the middle. He's got a nice gain here up to about the 15. So out of that Selinsgrove timeout, still some success on the ground for the Warriors. It's a first down.
you know what? It's from a defense coaching standpoint, there's not a whole lot you can do to adjust this because it's man on man up front, and you can't cheat to one side or another because you don't know which direction the ball is going. So you don't want to slant your guys. You don't want to cheat to one side or the other because it's a balanced formation, and there's really no way to kind of, pick a spot.
Power eye once again. Eislaffel, shifty in the backfield. He eluded one tackle, and he fell forward to about the 13. It's a short gain.
Yeah, he just got tripped up, and Justin Klitsnik was really upset because it was the man that he was blocking was able to kind of just roll off and get an arm out there and on Eislaffel. And they only gave him like a yard on that play.
Looked like he fell forward for more. Eislaffel listed at 6 feet tall, 165. You can tell how thin and lanky he is. Ryder Machado back into the game. Over 700 yards rushing for him last season as a junior. It's 2nd and 8 now at the 14. Olsmer, play action fake. He's got Handy wide open in the flat. Handy's inside the 5, and he's driven down at about the 2 or 3 yard line. That was executed very nicely, and it's another first down.
Yeah, 1st and goal from about the 3 yard line for Delaware Valley. And Colton Handy, he was out there kind of sitting back, umbrella in the drink. There was nobody within 10 yards of him. And all Logan Olsmer had to do was just lay it out there.
Yep. We will have 1st and goal from the 3. 5:15 remaining opening half. It's 7-0 Selinsgrove. Warriors looking to change that right now. 1st and goal from the 3. Power eye. It's Olsmer with Handy, Kalitsnik, and Machado behind him. Machado gets it. Machado is stuffed. That's big number 58 for Selinsgrove. The sophomore Jack Peters in on the tackle.
Yeah, Ryder tried to kind of get that to the outside. Maybe a little more space if he had cut it up in, but he was trying to follow the blockers, and no gain on that play.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining in this opening half. We've got the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger halftime show coming up. We'll break down the first 24 minutes here. Give you some scores from around the area in week number 1 as well. 2nd and goal from the 3. Same formation, same personnel. Here's Machado. Another chance at it. Machado! Kept his balance, and he's got the first touchdown of the year for the Warriors. They trail 7-6.
For all intents and purposes, Ryder Machado should have been down at the 2 yard line. Somehow he got his hand down on the turf to prevent his knee from touching, spun away, and was able to get in. That was some impressive balance there by Ryder Machado.
Everett Bell, the senior kicker, has long been reliable for this team. He's on for the extra point. Jackson Corey will serve as the holder. Low snap, and it will not be handled. Bell has it. He's rolling to the right, throws it complete to Corey. Corey's at the 15, and Corey's going to go down. That was a disastrous snap that time. That could loom large. Warriors not able to tie it. They still trail 7-6 with 4:22 remaining. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford. Primetime Meats has the freshest quality meats with great everyday low prices, so you can make meals your family will love for less. Kenny and his staff can even make cooking recommendations. Primetime Meats also has food to go, including crispy, mouth-watering fried chicken, subs, sandwiches, hot lunch items, and more. Check out their daily and weekly specials online at primetimemeatspa.com. When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford.
After the game, join us for your favorite songs here on the LITE. Back to DV football on LITE 106.9.
Back in Selinsgrove, Warriors just got on the board for the first time this season. It was a 3-yard rushing touchdown from Ryder Machado, and it was quite the effort from him. However, after the failed extra point try, it is still 7-6. Seals on top. But that was an impressive drive. That was a Delaware Valley football drive right there.
It absolutely was. 16 plays, 85 yards, covered in 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Dominated on the ground, but with just a couple very key plays through the air. The screen to Corey, deep in their own territory, huge. Yeah. Right on 3rd down, that was a big play, and of course going out of the power I and running the fullback out of the backfield down here at about the 10-yard line. Handy able to take the ball down to about the 3. That really set things up. So, they did a nice job of grinding things out on the ground and picking their spots through the air when they needed to. I was happy. Once they went to the full house, they stuck with it. So they went to it right about the 50-yard line here in this general area. And from that point on, they stuck with it.
Everett Bell on for the kickoff now. 4:22 remaining in the second quarter. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. As a reminder, the Seals will get it to begin the second half. So they can double dip here.
Yep.
And that looms large for this defense. They need another stop. They've been tasked with getting a few when they've been stuck in their own territory. This time, hopefully Selinsgrove won't have too good of field position. Kickoff is fielded at about the 10-yard line by Brett Rice, and he is tripped up at about the 25-yard line, let's say the 27. Seals will be moving from our right to our left, and the ball will be spotted on the near left hash.
So Delaware Valley with some decent coverage there. And finally, the Seals will start in their own territory. Yeah. This is literally about 25 yards deeper than they've started the entire game, maybe 35 actually. It's been a long night in the first half for the defense in terms of starting field position. This time, finally, they have a little bit of space to work with.
So far tonight, the big story defensively has been 2 different players, Aiden Black as well as Pasquale Ventucci. Both of them have been big along that defensive front for the Warriors. I formation once again for the Seals. Pastore gives it off to Teets, and Teets is going to have a nice gain just short of a first down. Aiden Black was in there, but he got caught up with one of the blockers, and it opened up a hole for this Seals leading rusher, Teets.
They're going to go with the hurry up here.
Something we haven't seen so far. Pastore right back under center. You're going with the same look, and we've got a pre-snap penalty. They've had a few of those.
Yeah, a little too much of a hurry up here, perhaps.
Yep, false start. So 2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8, and it moves back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they did a really nice job of running straight up power there on first down. Situation where Colton Handy kind of got caught up in the wash inside, wasn't able to scrape, and Jackson Corey got kind of caught up as well towards the outside, and there was a nice little tunnel for the senior running back to get through.
2nd and 8 from the 30. Pastore drops back. He looks right. He's going deep, looking for Bastion, and it's way underthrown. That was actually intended for Caleb Hicks.
Trying to go after D'Antonio there on the far side. Hicks has a pretty good height advantage there.
Yeah, that's about
6'1" over 5'6", I believe.
6-7 inch height advantage there.
Yeah. D'Antonio 5'6".
Bastion
6'1".
Bastion has good size as well. The other receiver, he's also 6'1".
Yeah, they have good size out on the outsides here.
So it'll be 3rd down and 13. Excuse me, 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8 from the 30. Pastore drops back. He's under pressure. He goes down. Jacob Albaugh was there, a few others as well. And the Warriors come up with another stop. It's a 3-and-out.
Yeah, Albaugh forced him right into Justin Klitsnik, who was coming around from the left side. Albaugh just owned his offensive blocker on that play and really kind of forced that one. And a nice job up front by Delaware Valley. And the defense comes up again with a big stop when they really need one.
Warriors take their 2nd time out of the half, so they'll have 1 remaining, and really can't say enough about what this defense has done. Yeah, they gave up that first touchdown when they had a short field, but since then, next to nothing has been allowed by them. Certainly under 100 yards of offense for the Seals in this first half, and they've kept this team in this game with a bit of a struggling offense.
Yeah, I watched the scrimmage tape, and what I came away from was I thought they looked pretty good. They looked decent on offense, but the defense was really, really looked very good against, a Bethlehem Liberty team, which is a 6A school out of the Lehigh Valley. They play in one of the toughest leagues in the state, if not the nation, and they looked very, very good defensively. So, what we've seen tonight kind of has has confirmed what I saw on tape there in the scrimmage.
Warriors will have 2 men back to receive this punt, Jaden Ramirez and Jackson Corey. They are standing around their own 40-yard line. The punter for the Seals is Carter Young. He gets it away. Nice kick. Corey will fair catch inside the 35.
Great kick.
Young is impressive. He's had some nice kickoffs, a nice punt. He did miss that field goal, but outside of that, he's had a nice night in the special teams game. 45-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 33. And out onto the field, which quarterback we will see Tyler Bird. That was one of the things I was wondering was, if the offense had a scoring drive, do you stick with the same quarterback? They do not. They go back to that one-on, one-off of Olsmer and Bird. And they'll start out in the I formation. Bird under center with Kalitsnik and Machado behind him. Ramirez and Corey, the 2 receivers to the left. Warriors moving from left to right. Handoff goes to Machado. Machado lets a hole develop. Machado falls forward. A nice gain on 1st down. Very patient run up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd and 3, 3 minutes to go first half.
Yeah, not with wild abandon did Ryder Machado cross the line of scrimmage there, but again, like you said, kind of let that develop. Did a nice job there.
2:45 remaining second quarter, 7-6 Selinsgrove leads. Handoff goes to Machado. Machado shifty to the outside into Selinsgrove territory. He's got a 1st down. He's got a gain of 11 up to the 49.
He's definitely not at full speed, though.
No. And he's going to come off again. So I don't know if he's maybe banged up a bit or if it's just a wind issue for him here in this first game of the season. Bit of a muggy night. Not used to handling a workload like this. But Eislauffel is back onto the field.
I'll say this, though. He got a great block from this pulling guard on that play.
1st and 10. Eislauffel gets it, falls forward. He's been pretty good here in his few touches of the opening half. It's a gain of maybe 3 up to the 46.
I'll tell you what, that would have been 6 or 7 if Teets didn't have come off the edge there and got his just tripped up. Again, Eislauffel tripped him up there just as he was getting by. That's a 3-yard game that could have been 6, 7 or more if not for Teets coming off the edge there.
2:15 remaining first half. Warriors have a timeout. Selinsgrove has 2. This handoff goes to the fullback Kalitsnik, and Kalitsnik found a hole. Got up to about the 41-yard line. He's still short of the 1st down.
Call it 3rd and 2 here. 1:57 and counting to go in first half.
They need to get to the 39 of Selinsgrove for a 1st down. Might need to pick up the pace a bit.
Here. Yeah, definitely. I was thinking the same thing.
1:40 remaining second quarter. 3rd and 2 from the 41 of the Seals. Handoff to Eislauffel. He sidesteps a tackle. He's close to a 1st down. I think he's got it. He does. He got up to the 37.
They're going to have to really move here. Once these sticks get set, they need to get under center.
Clock does stop momentarily to move the chains for a 1st down.
Machado back on at tailback.
1:30 remaining. Defender trying to run off the field for the Seals, and they had to burn a timeout.
All right, we'll take it.
They had to burn a timeout. They've got 1 remaining. We'll take a break as well. Be right back for the end of this first half. You're listening to DV High School Football on LITE 106.9.
When the game is on the line, the Warriors count on their coaches to help them come out on top. Just like you can count on the experts at Olsmer Clark Insurance to tackle all your insurance needs. From business to personal, auto to home, Olsmer Clark Insurance has the skill to find the right coverage at the right price to help you protect what matters most. As an independent insurance agency, Olsmer Clark gives you the power of choice. Visit olsmerclark.com. Learn more about how you can protect what matters most to you with the help of Olsmer Clark Insurance.
Listen to the game on air and online. This is Warriors Football on LITE 106.9.
Minute 26 remaining in the second quarter. Warriors trail Selinsgrove 7-6, but they've got the football, and they've got a 1st down at the 37 of the Seals. Each team a timeout remaining. What do you do here if you're Coach Olsmer?
I'm not getting fancy yet. I'll tell you that. I mean, it's 4-down territory. You could run play action here.
We do have a new running back into the game, Mike Izzolino. He gets the carry, bobbles it a bit.
Oh, boy.
He was able to secure it and gain a couple of yards. Disaster averted.
Yeah, that's a situation where Coach O, sometimes he'll take a shot there, coming out of a timeout, 1st and 10, 4-down territory. Ball, clock would stop on an incomplete pass, but he chooses to keep it on the ground there.
We're under a minute to go, and the Warriors are still huddling up. They got to move. Ball at the 35, still in the eye. Machado is back in at tailback. Bird. Play action fake rolling to the left. Bird stepping up. Bird looking downfield. Bird flipping it out to Kalitsnik. We have a flag on the field.
Well, there could be a different number of things here.
Could be a hold. We've got 42 seconds on the clock. It's stopped.
I felt like he should have gotten it out there to Kalitsnik initially, but he waited. Yes. And it's going to be against Delaware Valley. I think it was an illegal man downfield.
That's a holding call.
Nope, holding. Oh, worse. Much worse.
So that's going to put them back 10 yards.
So they'll move the ball back, I assume.
See where they spot it.
Still haven't. The officials still haven't moved yet.
There will be 42 seconds on the clock when we find out where the ball will be.
Wow.
It'll be at the 45.
Big one.
Yep.
2nd and 20. Maybe 19.
Bird is in the gun now. Kalitsnik standing to his right. 3 receivers to the right of the formation. It's Ramirez, Corey, and Machado. Bird will roll that way. Bird looking downfield towards the sideline. Coming back for it is Ramirez. It's complete, and he gets out of bounds. Jaden Ramirez, always good around the boundaries. There's a nice pickup back inside the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and maybe 7?
3rd and 7. Clock stops.
33 seconds remaining. Warriors do still have a timeout.
Yep.
They trail 7-6.
But they have to now. They can't run the ball now. They're going to have to pass the ball at this point.
They're going to go under center. Bird, Kalitsnik, and Machado in the backfield. Play action fake. Bird in trouble. Rolls to the right. Bird fires incomplete. He just had to get rid of it. 28 seconds on the clock. It's 4th and 6 at the 33. Obviously, no field goal attempt here. Likely just going to go for it.
This is, to me, this is your middle screen territory. This is a perfect screenplay situation in my mind. You have a timeout left. So if ideally it would be something that goes for 10 or 15 yards. Clock will stop to move the chains. You choose either to spike it or you take the last timeout.
Aiden Black yet to see a target in the passing game. He will be in the slot left side of the formation. A back to each side of Bird, who's in the gun. He's looking over to the left, and he fires incomplete. Machado wasn't turned around. Bird was under pressure, and the Warriors will turn it over on downs with 25 seconds remaining in the half.
And Ryder Machado was wide open. There was nobody anywhere. But pressure got there just a little bit too quick, and he had not had a chance to even turn his head. He still looks... He looks not right now.
Agreed.
He just looks very tired.
So Selinsgrove has a timeout if they want to try something. Maybe you go with a screen here, see if you could break something. Or maybe they'll just send it to half.
You get the ball in number 3's hands out in open space. Anything can happen.
7-6 Selinsgrove out in front.
I believe Teach is about a 4-5 back from what I recall, looking up some of the stats on him. So he's got some speed.
Spread pistol formation. 4 receivers for Pastore, who drops back. Pastore looking deep across the middle, and he's got... Huge gain there on first down. 37 yards for the Seals.
And it was basically triple coverage. What are you going to say?
Pastore will spike it quickly with 13.8 on the clock. 7-6 the Seals lead, and they are trying to get a little bit more here before halftime. They still have a timeout to go, so they can operate anywhere in this field.
You know, it's a situation where you wonder, did everybody kind of just, they look, it's 25 seconds left, ball's deep in their territory, they're probably just going to kneel it here, right? No, you can't take a play off against these guys.
Too many dangerous skill guys. Veteran group as well. Teets a senior, Hicks a senior, Pastore a senior. Pastore will be in the gun once again. Similar formation to what we saw in the big gain. 4 receivers.
Got to get pressure here for DV.
Pastore has it. Pastore rolling out to the right. Has some time. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Incomplete. Intended for Tucker Teets. 7 seconds on the clock, so you could do that once again now. Or, we've seen Carter Young. Do you try to maybe get 10 to 15 yards and set him up for another field goal try?
Well, that's with 7 seconds, it's got to be quick. You do have a timeout. So, boy, you're really in a tough situation there with only 7 to go. If you have just a tight end dump, something quick right over the middle, and you just take a knee, maybe.
Yeah.
That's real tough because you have to get 10 yards if you want the clock to stop instantly.
Yes.
It's tough. Tough call. I think you're probably going to take a shot in the end zone here.
Pastore is under center. 7 seconds to go. They're actually going to run it right up the middle. 3 seconds. He's down. Did they get the timeout? They did with 3.1 on the clock. So that was to set up, I would imagine, a field goal try, and here comes Carter Young. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think they were hoping that they were going to get maybe 6 or 7 yards on that catch DV asleep in the middle, but didn't get a whole lot more. So when you're looking about a 37? 40.
44-45. Sorry. This is going to be a long kick. This is... We don't know his range. We've seen he has plenty of leg. I would think game situation, field goal try, this has got to be right on the borderline of what he can do.
Should be a 47 here, right? Yep. So the ball's on...
44.
I'm sorry. The ball's on a 27. Yeah, so
back it up 7 for the hold.
Yep.
All right. This is a big kick.
Yeah, because you're going from a 1-point to a 4-point advantage, so it's this looms large.
And you would feel like you're stealing points, getting it on your own 30-ish with
100%.
20 seconds to go.
100%.
It'll be a 44-yard field goal try. Carter Young out there. Good snap, good hold, and it's blocked. All right, so that works out well for the Warriors. They do not live to regret that big passing play from Pastore to Teets. And they'll head into the locker room trailing by just a point. 7-6. Selinsgrove has the lead. They'll get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. We'll be back for the Zimmerman and Oliger halftime show. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford. Primetime Meats has the freshest quality meats with great everyday low prices, so you can make meals your family will love for less. Kenny and his staff can even make cooking recommendations. Primetime Meats also has food to go, including crispy, mouth-watering fried chicken, subs, sandwiches, hot lunch items, and more. Check out their daily and weekly specials online at primetimemeatspa.com. When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford.
If you've suffered an injury in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania, you need to call the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They have a concentration in personal injury litigation as well as family law and criminal defense. If you need help getting your life back on track, call them at 570-296-7300 or visit tristatetrial.com. The law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They are your tri-state trial team.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you ready for something bigger? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, the messy and the gutsy. The teachers, the growers, the builders. The skilled, the sharers, the change makers. We need you. We are the Peace Corps. In more than 60 countries, we go all in and all out. We are volunteers, partners, communities, working together, living together, bringing our experience, passion, and joy to building a better world together. From tackling climate change in Mexico to keeping kids healthy in Kenya, from sustainable farming in the Philippines to education in Kosovo. We learn more, give more, share freely, and serve boldly. Are you ready to tackle the tough stuff? To go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us at peacecorps.gov.
Thinking about selling your home? Call the market-leading real estate experts with an impressive 59 years of experience. Davis Archant Realtors. At Chant in Milford, they prioritize you. There are no hidden costs like tech, marketing, or administrative fees, just transparency and trust. Let them give you a free estimate of your home's value. Choose Davis Archant Realtors, where their goal is to sell your home fast at the best price. Davis Archant Realtors. Call 800-754-5860 or online at chantre.com.
Warriors football on WYNY Milford, LITE 106.9. The play-by-play of Warriors football is here on LITE 106.9.
It's time now for the Zimmerman and Olger halftime show, the first of the season. Selinsgrove leads Delaware Valley 7-6 the score. Interesting first half. Really, the Seals dominated the first quarter. The Warriors kind of dominated the second quarter. We aren't all squared away because DV couldn't convert their extra point. That's the only difference in this game right now. But the big story to me is, without a doubt, the defense and the fact that Selinsgrove has had it 4 times in Delaware Valley territory, and they've only got 7 points to show for it?
Yeah, 4 times. The worst starting position until this last drive was the Delaware Valley 43.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing.
So, hats off to DV's defense. I felt like they played pretty spectacularly in the first half, especially considering the skill position talent that Selinsgrove have come back this year. Defensively, you can't ask for a whole lot more. I thought they played pretty well. I think a couple times maybe the defensive backfield was a little shaky, but the front seven's gotten good pressure and really helped them out on the back end. Offensively, we saw like it was shades of 22 all over again the first quarter. Second quarter, got back to the ground game. Mm-hmm. I thought did a little bit better job. Obviously, controlled the line of scrimmage up until they had the holding penalty. That was kind of a drive killer there. But otherwise, defensively they played great. You can't ask for much more there from the Warriors.
One of the things we talked about offensively, and absolutely have to give a big shout out to that scoring drive. 16 plays. That's Coach Olsmer, that's what he wants. He wants a few of those every game. They got one of them. I'm sure they're hoping for another one in the second half, maybe a couple more. But one of the things we've been talking about, and something that's going to loom large, and we knew it would. We talked about it on the ride over here. We talked about it in the pregame. Ryder Machado is not – he is an incredible player, an incredible athlete, but he is not the type of guy, the type of big, powerful back like Paulie Weinrich, who you're going to be able to give it 25, 30 times per game. I don't know how many carries he had in the first half, but he was feeling it. I'm not sure if he was banged up or if he just got winded, but he was feeling it, and he needed to keep taking himself out seemingly every 2 or so touches. Someone's going to have to step up and be able to relieve him. Chris Eislauffel did a solid job, but I really think it's going to come down to Justin Kolitsnik. I think that's the guy, especially in short yardage, and maybe they could form that into a 1-2 punch.
But even he, on a couple of those timeouts, you could see he was definitely a little gassed himself, nowhere near to the level that Machado was. But this is where you talk about last year, Paulie Weinrich, 6 foot, 205, 210. Yeah. Ryder is 6'1", 170.
Exactly.
And Paulie wasn't chunky, okay?
No.
So, 35 pounds of muscle, it makes a big difference when you're going north and south, okay? So Eislauffel is going to have to pick up a lot of that load, I think, moving forward. He's going to have to carry a little bit more of it. And like you said, Justin Kolitsnik, we saw that Estevez got a little nicked up early on. Not sure how he is right now. If he can get the ball in his hands a little bit, might help. But they're gonna have to spread the ball around. I think Logan Olser is gonna have to run the ball. He's gonna have to get in the game a little bit more, I feel like, because you can't put the ball in number 1's hands like you could put it in number 2's hands last year, because it's not the same physical presence. Yeah. Plus, Machado's playing a defensive backfield. Yes. He's running a lot, right? Paulie played defensive end. Yeah, there's a lot of effort, but you're not sprinting 25, 30 yards on every play.
It really makes you appreciate what Paulie Weinrich was. Somebody who, it seems so effortless for him. He almost never wore down in games, and that's going to be a big piece for Coach Olsmer to figure out this season.
And that's not us calling out Ryder.
No, not at all.
Because he's not the same. It's just a different physical situation.
He's more of that guy that you want to get 10 to 15 touches per game. He is not your bruiser, your between the tackles guy. He's someone you want out in space. And actually, I've liked that too, getting him out as a slot receiver. But you then wonder, are they going to be able to do that if he's needing some breathers here and there, they might just scrap that plan altogether.
Yeah, and you know what? You hope. Look, it is hot out here tonight. Okay, it's very muggy. Maybe more muggy than hot tonight.
Yes,
it's week 1. Okay, You cannot replicate game situations in practice or on scrimmages. Even when you go with scrimmage, you're not playing 75 plays or 100 plays when you're playing on both sides of the ball. That's not what that scrimmage doesn't work that way. So, I'm sure they're feeling it here because it's the first time that you've kind of been put in this situation here for the season.
7-6 is the score here at the halftime break. Selinsgrove leads it. They'll get the ball to begin the third quarter. We'll step aside momentarily. When we come back, take a look at some scores from around the area. I'm very interested to see what's going on in week 1. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging. Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging you to make the most out of the final days of summer and beginning of fall. It's not too late to get that kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or river raft that you've been wanting. We also have tons of bicycles in stock, ranging from BMX to mountain, kids, electric, and comfort bikes. Plus, we're offering some great end-of-season deals. If you're interested in cycling and want to learn more, stop into either one of our stores located in Milford, Pennsylvania, or Port Jervis, New York. Our super friendly and knowledgeable staff will help guide you on the proper gear and best places to ride. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Listen to the game on air and online. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
We're back at Bolig Stadium. The Selinsgrove Marching Band is out on the field preparing for their halftime show. DV just performed before them, so both marching bands able to get out there here at halftime. Pretty impressive that Delaware Valley's marching band made this trip. This is a long jaunt for them. We talked about it, about a 3-hour bus ride for DV from Milford down here to Selinsgrove. Just shows the support for this program from this school. And just nice to see the kids get to go out there at halftime. But as promised, Craig, let's get some scores from around the area now here on this Zimmerman and Oliger halftime show.
All right, so week 1 in District 2. Most of these teams outside of Delaware Valley, I think, will all be District 2, District 2, except for Williamsport. So Scranton, some expectations this year coming into this season. All these scores we are thanks to the NPF network, NEPAfootball.com. Chris Kaharski does a great job. If you want to keep on top of what's going on in just true football, highly recommend you go out and check that website out. They have a lot of information out there, and we depend on them for our scores. So thanks again to Chris and his crew at the NPF network. Scranton down 27-14 to the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. That's still in the second quarter. So we have some expectations of Scranton maybe not being quite met here in week 1. Here's one you might be interested to hear. Abington Heights 13-7 over Dallas at the half.
Wow.
Comets are coming to play in 2023, Mr. Graziano.
Yeah, Coach Repshis might have that group turned around. They had a good finish to last season. Maybe this is the year that the Comets return to their former glory.
Your alumni there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll be paying attention to the Comets. Good game tonight against two good 4A schools. Crestwood up 14-7 at the half over Valley View. Valley View graduated a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Most of their skill kids replaced. Had a little bit come back along the line of scrimmage. Crestwood, only you look at some of the state rankings, and the Comets are in the top 10 in 4A in a number of different polls. So early on, though, Valley View Crestwood tight game. Again, Crestwood up 14-7 at the half. State College 35-3 over Williamsport halftime. Not a big surprise. Little Lions, we know all about them. Dunmore 21-6 in the second quarter over Old Forge. Not a surprise. Maybe even a surprise that it's still only a 2-touchdown game, honestly. I'm not a lot expected out of Old Forge this year. They have very little coming back from last season. Dunmore pretty much returned everybody. Most of the core of that team was back. Some big expectations in Bucktown this year. another team that's ranked in the top 10 in AA this year. So Dunmore up 2 touchdowns over Old Forge still in the second quarter. Western Wayne 21-7 over Lake Lehman. That one's in the second. Another one that maybe I feel like Wildcats maybe should be up more than that. Lake Lehman not much back this year. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how these seasons go for some of these teams. Here's one that a lot of people are paying attention to tonight. Riverside 27-19 over West Scranton. That one's in the second quarter. So, we know Riverside's offense is like the old run and gun, right? 28 in the first 2 quarters thus far. The question with Riverside's always been the defense, and it still is apparently, because they've given up 3 touchdowns to West Scranton in the first half so far. So that's going to be a shootout the entire way. Trail up 14-13 over Mid-Valley. That's at the half. Trail was pretty young last year. They come back with a decent amount of talent. Mid-Valley graduated a lot, so interesting there. Really tight game. I think that one's at Mid-Valley, so it'll be interesting to see how the Lions progress through the season. Wyoming Valley West 7-0 over North Pocono, and that one's in the second quarter. Not a big surprise. Neither team really that has a whole lot of talent from last year. North Pocono graduated most of their skill kids. Hazleton 14-7 over Pittston area, and again, 2 teams that graduated most of their talent. So both rebuilding. Pawpack 14-6 over Honesdale. That one's in the second. Wyoming area 21-0 over Tunkhannock. Nanticoke 28-0 over Carbondale at the half. Chargers having a tough time tonight against the Trojans. Southern Columbia 36, Berwick 0.
Wow.
Second quarter. It's tough times down at the old power plant. Coach Curry's not around anymore. It's not the same, so the Bulldogs have a lot of work to do. Tomorrow, Hanover will take on Holy Cross, Hanover area. They'll travel up to Dunmore. Susquehanna will go down to Wilkes-Barre to take on Holy Redeemer. And the game of the day tomorrow, Lakeland will travel to Scranton to take on Scranton Prep.
Interested to see what Lakeland has this year. Obviously, they've been one of the best teams in District 2 the last few seasons, but they lost
graduation
pretty much everybody.
Yeah, they have a lot of work to do there. Up in the Lakeland School District, there's some rebuilding to be done there.
That was our look around the scoreboard. Man, Southern Columbia, what a train they are. Unbelievable. They just do not stop rolling.
Well, they didn't win a state title last year, so I'm sure.
What a disappointment.
Yes, I'm sure that there's a lot of pressure on them there.
Yeah. Well, we are just moments away from the teams re-entering the field here at Bolig Stadium. 7-6 is the halftime score. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll give you some keys to the second half. What do the Warriors have to do to come away with a W here on the road? You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
If you've suffered an injury in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania, you need to call the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They have a concentration in personal injury litigation as well as family law and criminal defense. If you need help getting your life back on track, call them at 570-296-7300 or visit tristatetrial.com. The law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They are your tri-state trial team.
The following is made possible by Dad.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling all over it.
The dad joke. Corny, grown-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
Why do you have to be careful when it's raining cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle.
And kids that spend more time with their dads grow up to be smarter, more successful.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding.
And with any luck, funnier adults.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because he didn't have any body to go with.
Dad jokes rule. So take a moment to make a moment and give your kid a laugh. It's as easy as going to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's really funny.
Get fresh this holiday season with help from Olsemer's Christmas Tree Farm. Open Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., now through December 24th at noon. Open Black Friday, November 25th, too. The tree pricing is as follows. 6 feet to 8 feet, $50, and trees over 8.5 feet, $80 with a coupon. $5 coupons can be from the newspaper or online at olsemerstreefarm.com. Get fresh this holiday season with a fresh-cut tree, wreath, or swag from Olsemer's Tree Farm. Exit 17 from Route 84 in Sterling, Pennsylvania. Just follow the signs.
Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging you to make the most out of the final days of summer and beginning of fall. It's not too late to get that kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or river raft that you've been wanting. We also have tons of bicycles in stock, ranging from BMX to mountain, kids, electric, and comfort bikes. Plus, we're offering some great end-of-season deals. If you're interested in cycling and want to learn more, stop into either one of our stores located in Milford, Pennsylvania, or Port Jervis, New York. Our super friendly and knowledgeable staff will help guide you on the proper gear and best places to ride. We look forward to seeing you soon.
The play-by-play of Warriors football is here on LITE 106.9.
We've reached the end of the Zimmerman and Oliger halftime show, and we march into the second half now. Alongside Craig Brown, I'm Jake Graziano. We've got Gavin Burton, the rest of our great producing team back in the LITE 106.9 studios. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Week 1, Warriors on the road. They're facing the Selinsgrove Seals for the very first time ever. They trail by a point moving into the second half. Selinsgrove will get the football to start here. Craig, one defensive, one offensive key for you here in the second half?
Defensive backfield needs to make sure that they don't fall asleep. I think the front seven's done a great job against the run for as a whole. They've done a good job getting pressure on Pastore when he's dropped back. But if they do get blocked up, backfield needs to continue to stand up. Obviously, and you got some height advantage on the outsides for the Seals. Both wide receivers going 6'1". Jackson Corey and D'Antonio don't have quite that height. Need to see the safeties doing a good job as well. So defensively, I think it's just you got to do more of the same and make sure as a defensive backfield you got things locked down. Offensively, you cannot shoot yourself in the foot. Biggest issues, I think, are self-inflicted with this offense.
Penalties,
sacks, false starts, I don't know. I'm not going to give that interception.
Well, that was a catch and a fumble.
Oh, sorry. You're right. You know what? I wrote it down as an interception because I couldn't believe it at the time.
Yes.
Anyway, I would love to see them get back into that heavy set. I understand that Machado needs a break, but, okay, maybe we leave Machado off the field for that heavy set. Let Eisenhoffel carry the load a little bit. Let Handy, let Kalitzna get a couple of those carries. Give Ryder a break, even if you're in that heavy jumbo set. You know me, I love when Delaware Valley lines up in that formation. I'm a happy man, so hopefully we'll see a little more of it in the second half.
But first, it's going to be the defense who will have to get it back to their offense. Seals will be getting the ball to begin quarter number 3. Everett Bell on for the kickoff. 2 Seals are back deep, standing around their own 10-yard line. We've got Tucker Teets back there. I believe Gavin Bastian as well. And Bell will send it into the night, a squib kick that will roll out of bounds. So there is a self-inflicted wound, not by the offense, but by the special teams unit. And the Seals are going to have great field position for the millionth time tonight.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball at 35, I think?
Maybe 40. It looks like 35 here in high school.
I'll be quite honest with you. The way things have gone tonight, that's not the end of the world.
No.
And with number 3 back there,
you're right.
I'm not sure I want to kick the ball to him. So
maybe that was
not the worst thing in the world.
Maybe that was by design. All right, so 1st and 10 for Selinsgrove. They're on their own 35. They lead 7-6. First play of the second half upcoming now. Seals will be moving from right to left. They're in their white jerseys, white pants. Blue jerseys, blue pants, white helmets. And the Warriors, they're all white out. Pastore play action fake. Pastore going deep, looking for Bastion. Tripped up and a flag.
Yeah. D'Antonio got tied up with his feet. I don't know that it was really intentional.
No.
But it's too much out in the open there, and you're going to get that call every time.
And that pass was not going to be completed. That
Not
is
likely.
a very unfortunate penalty.
Yeah, that's a tough one because probably overthrown.
Yep.
Going to be hard to get to it. And, again, I wouldn't say that it was intentional interference, but it was interference nonetheless. So that's going to be a 15-yarder against DV.
And now it'll be 1st and 10 at midfield. We did have that rain shower, a very heavy downpour pregame, about 10 minutes. But since then, it's been clear skies here in Selinsgrove. It's pretty favorable that was done and over with before this game even kicked off. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 50. Pastore under center now. And he'll hand it off to Teets. Teets right side. Teets explodes through. Inside the 30. Teets inside the 20. Inside the 10. Tucker Teets is in. 50-yard touchdown run. His second scoring run of the night. And it's 13-6 Selinsgrove, just 17 seconds into the second half.
Well, that's the speed I was talking about in the first half. If he gets out in the open field, there's a good chance you're not going to catch him. 4.5 speed on the outside. Just found a little crease. Didn't look like there was a lot of space to work with, but he is very elusive, and if he gets into the defensive backfield, good luck catching up to him.
That is a dangerous player. He also had that long reception before the half. Tucker Teets, over 100 total yards in this game now. Extra point is through the uprights, and the Seals have an 8-point lead. We'll step aside momentarily. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
All families are different, and some have parents or children with little to no eyesight. But this doesn't stop them from sharing the work, play, love, and laughter of family life. Eyesight doesn't define a parent, a child, or a family. What counts is being together. Want to learn more? Visit us on the web at blind.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
You're listening to Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
Well, that was quick. Olsmer Clark Insurance drive summary there. One play, 50 yards. It was a 50-yard Tucker Teets rushing touchdown, 17 seconds off the clock. And just like that, the Seals have a 14-6 lead over the Warriors. DV offense has got to do something with the football now.
I'll tell you what, the few times that they've really had success running the ball is when they've gotten to the outside.
Yeah.
And that's where your safeties are really, really important in supporting the run. A couple times they've kind of gotten burned by not great support coming up from the defensive backfield against the run.
Ryder Machado standing around the 10. We've seen some great kickoffs so far from Carter Young. He is 0 for 2 on field goal tries. That last one before the half was long, 44. The other one about 33, 32. So Young 0 for 2 on field goals, but it's been effective in the kickoff game and the punt game. And also 2 for 2 on extra points is the Seals' senior kicker. Jaden Ramirez, Jackson Corey joining Machado now, and this kick will be left untouched as it lands in the end zone for yet another touchback. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They'll have it on their own 20. And we will see who comes out at quarterback now. And it looks like it's going to be Logan Olsmer to start half number 2. Olsmer was in there for the lone scoring drive of the first half.
And I'll tell you what, this has certainly been a game of field position. The best starting field position Delaware Valley's had tonight was their own 33.
And they've been at their own 20 at least 3 times now. 4 times. 4 times they've been at their own 20. Olsmer's in the gun. Kalitsnik standing to his left. Logan takes the snap. Fires incomplete. Little bit behind his intended target, Jackson Corey. And Corey is a little bit shaken up down on the turf as well.
Yeah,
He had to come back for that ball. Maybe a cramp here.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a cramp.
And we might have a cramp from Ryder Machado as well. He's getting stretched out on the turf.
And you know what? To just start the second half, that's not a good sign.
No. And we've talked about it. Very humid night in Selinsgrove. Both players still down on the turf. Chano's going to get some fluids in him now.
From 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Interesting design there. It looked like it was just a quick hitch screen.
Yeah, it was just a 5-yard hitch.
Yep.
I don't know if that's, you put it on both players there a little bit. Maybe Jackson was kind of curled that in a little further than you would like to see, and Logan just a little off target there.
3 to 6.
Want to give a shout out to Clark Eaton, who's running our live stream. We've got a video live stream up on Facebook Live. You could check that out. Clark Eaton running that here in week 1 and hopefully all season as well.
A little experiment tonight we're working with. I think as the season goes on, we'll work the kinks out in that.
He's had to work through some, like we talked about, rain, some other technical difficulties. He's done a very nice job here tonight to keep that up and running. Olsmer will head back out to the huddle now.
Machado's still down, kind of getting stretched out here.
And he's going to come off for a play, at least. Logan jogging back out to the huddle. It'll be second and 10 from the 20. 11:40 remaining third quarter. Selinsgrove leads 14-6. After that 50-yard Tucker Teets rushing touchdown. One play into this second half. We go with the power eye once again. Handoff is to Eislauffel. He doesn't have much space to work with. Looks like he was able to find maybe 3 yards there. Really wasn't much room, but he got himself up to the 23, 24-yard line. It'll be third and medium.
Give him 4 there. Third and about 6 here for DV.
Jaden Ramirez, Eric Fass, a couple of receivers check into the game. Good size for Fass, 6'2", 155, the senior. He'll be one of those rotational receivers this year. Ramirez and Corey, the 2 starters. Corey is off the field right now. Aiden Black is lined up in the slot to the left of the formation. Olsmer is in the gun. Still no Machado out there. Olsmer takes the snap. He rolls out to his right on 3rd and 7. Fires towards the sideline. Too low. He had Ramirez. A little bit too low there off the hands of the senior. It's going to be a 3 and out, and that is really not what the Warriors could afford to do.
I mean, it's not a perfect throw. But if you're a senior and you're the go-to guy, I think you got to kind of make that catch. You got your hands on the ball. It's maybe a little below your knees. Okay, it wasn't a great spot, but somebody on this offensive side of the ball is going to have to pick up the slack in the passing game. Somebody's going to have to make a play. And I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen 87 involved yet.
No targets in this game. Logan Olsmer's punt is a pretty good one, and it takes a great roll for DV inside the 35, and it'll bounce out of bounds at the 33 of Selinsgrove. So they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 33, 10:38 remaining third quarter. Seals lead this game by 8. And it's on the defense once again. We've been saying it all night long. This defense has had immense pressure on them, and they have a little bit more now.
Yeah, they've done up until the last play. Defensively, they've done a really good job against the run. But Teets able to get out to the edge on that last 50-yard touchdown. Let's see if the Seals are able to kind of get out to the outside once again here.
I formation, pass Story under center. Seals moving from our right to our left. It's Teets again. Teets bounces it to the outside. He's past the 35, past the 40. He's got a nice gain up around that line to gain, maybe just short. But Tucker Teets is starting to get going. However, he is now down on the turf, banged up a little bit.
But I'll say this once again, and I'm not sure who it was, but that was, again, a safety took a bad angle on that play. Kind of looked like he had him lined up for maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, took a bad angle, Teets bounced it out, and he turned what should have been a 2-yard gain into a 9-yard gain.
So another cramp here for Tucker Teets, so that's starting to factor into this game. We didn't see any of that, at least not anything that stopped action in the first half, but early on in the second half, the effects of this game, week 1, the weather starting to play a role in this one. And it's impacted both starting running backs between Machado and Teets, and really neither of these teams can afford to lose those guys even for a couple of plays. It really impacts the offense.
Yeah, but both guys playing both ways, right? And Teets, obviously, he is a bell cow for this team on the offensive side of the ball. So there's no doubt these guys are feeling this early season heat. I don't care how much heat acclimation you have. To be honest with you, that heat acclimation week was cooler than it is this week. So, it wasn't very hot in August, but towards the end of the month here, it's definitely gotten a little bit warmer, especially tonight with this. And again, the humidity is, you can't plan for that.
Seals will come back out in the eye. New running back checks into the game. It's Bastian, but they'll give it to the fullback here on 2nd and short. He was stuffed. I think he still had enough for the first.
Yeah, I think he just had enough there.
He only needed about half a yard, and he got it. So it'll be first down for Selinsgrove. They're up to the 43-yard line. Ball spotted on the far right hash now. 2 minutes into this third quarter. Seals lead it by 8. I'm sure they would love to have one of those long, time-consuming scoring drives here.
This is a big drive for this defense. You do not want to fall behind 2 scores here.
Last year's leading receiver, Gavin Bastian, remains at tailback. Fake it to him. Pastore rolls out and fires complete. It's across midfield. That was Andrew Sassaman. And he gains 7 yards there. Anthony D'Antonio out on the edge made that tackle. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Very well designed play. Play action to the left. Pastore just kind of curled back and man was wide open on the far sideline. D'Antonio did a nice job of breaking off from the man he was covering to chop him down.
Pastore under center. The fullback behind him is Jared Bullington, and Bastian still the tailback with Teets on the sideline. And we've got a pre-snap penalty. This could be very big for the Warriors.
False start looks like against the Seals, so that is a big one.
2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8, and now you've got an opportunity, and it's one that you really cannot let slip by.
And we'll see if Teets comes back on yet. Looks like he's still off the field currently, so the DV will bring in the nickel package.
I don't see Teets over on the sideline. He must be getting stretched out somewhere. Bastian remains at tailback. 2nd down and 8. Handoff goes to Bastian, and he is stopped quickly there on the play. Carter Fauble after a gain of about 2, and now we've got a Warrior down on the field, and it's Pasquale Ventucci.
Oh, boy. That's a big piece for this Delaware Valley front 7.
We're going to step aside momentarily. 8:26 remaining third quarter. Selinsgrove leads 14-6. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
The Delaware Valley offensive line protects the quarterback and keeps the opponent from breaking in. Just like how the experts at Olsemer Clark Insurance can help you best protect what you value most in business and in life. Their insurance advisors have a strong passion for insurance, and they treat customers like family. As an independent insurance agency, Olsemer Clark gives you the power of choice. Visit olsemerclark.com. Learn more about how you can protect what matters most to you with the help of Olsemer Clark Insurance.
Get fresh this holiday season with help from Olsemer's Christmas Tree Farm. Open Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., now through December 24th at noon. Open Black Friday, November 25th, too. The tree pricing is as follows. 6 feet to 8 feet, $50, and trees over 8.5 feet, $80 with a coupon. $5 coupons can be from the newspaper or online at olsemerstreefarm.com. Get fresh this holiday season with a fresh-cut tree, wreath, or swag from Olsemer's Tree Farm. Exit 17 from Route 84 in Sterling, Pennsylvania. Just follow the signs.
No buffer, right back. Back here at Bolig Stadium for a 3rd down and 5. Pasquale Ventucci was able to run off under his own power. Pastore drops back, looks across the middle. It's off the hands of his intended target and incomplete. He was looking for Andrew Sassaman there again. And we've got 4th down and 5, and we've got a decision, and it looks like it's going to be a punt from Coach Hess.
Selinsgrove, Delaware Valley hasn't done anything on offense in the second half thus far. So if I'm the Seals, I'm going to go ahead and try and pin DV back deep again. This has been the story of the entire game. You've dominated field position, and that will continue here for the foreseeable future.
We've already seen the strong leg of Carter Young. He got a couple of good punts away in the first half. He'll get another chance here. Low snap. Nice punt that's going to be fair caught by Jackson Corey around the 15-yard line. That's where the Warriors will have it. As Craig said, the battle of field position continues to be won by the Seals.
And I'll tell you what, Aiden Black tried to kind of put a rush on the punter there and jumped up and kind of came down on blocker and looked pretty awkward. Keep an eye on him. He kind of grimaced a little bit. You could see it.
Tyler Bird is back out at the quarterback position. 8:04 remaining third quarter. Warriors trail by 8. They've got it moving from our left to our right. Still no Ryder Machado in this game. Play action fake. Bird tosses one up looking for Aiden Black, and it is just swatted away. That was a nice throw from Bird and an even better deflection from Gavin Bastian. That's the first target of the game for Black, and he almost had him for a big gain.
Yeah, Bastian had really good coverage there. He was not fooled by the play action from his defensive back position. And if you're going to match up with Aiden Black, you want to do it with the 6'1" guy out there in the defensive backfield.
2nd and 10 now at the 17. Neither team has used a second half timeout yet. Bird is in the gun. 3 receivers to the left of the formation. Bird will roll that way. Looks back for Black. He's able to catch it. Black crosses the 20. Cuts back in across the 25. Breaks a few tackles. It is tough to bring him down. Aiden Black is right around where he needed to get to for a first down. And
I want to say he got it.
I think he got it.
I'll tell you what. He did a heck of a job to catch that.
Yeah, one-handed juggling catch.
Wasn't a great toss. And he not only was it one-handed, but he kind of had to twist around backwards to get to it. Thankfully, nobody was looking at him at the time, so he had some time to kind of gather himself after he caught the ball to get upfield, and then just bowled his way for the last 4 yards or so.
Yeah, he cut it back in, and then he was, like Craig said, able to just kind of force his way for that first down up to the 29.
I'll tell you what, that's a big play right there, too.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the 29. Now I formation. Kalitsnik and Eislaughel standing behind the senior Bird. Chris will get the carry. He goes up the middle. Has a nice gain, and he loses the football.
No.
A fumble. It was stripped right out of the arms of Chris Eislaughel. It's Logan Dressler who had a sack earlier in the game. Now he's got a fumble recovery, and the Seals are going to have it 1st and 10 in Warriors territory. That just got ripped right out of his arms.
Boy, that's a killer. That's just a killer. You got about a 4 or 5 yard pickup maybe. Man, that hurts. So once again, the Seals start in Delaware Valley territory for the umpteenth time.
And Ryder Machado is indeed on the bench. I'm looking at him right now. We have not seen him in a while. He had that cramping issue or maybe something else, and he has not been able to get himself back into this football game on either side of the ball. Defense, big pressure again. Tucker Teets gets a carry, and Teets is brought down. Nice tackle there was Matt Camerano. And very good news, Ventucci is back out on the field. We saw him go down, then he was able to run off under his own power. He's in there. It'll be 2nd and 10 after that tackle from Camerano.
This is the 6th possession that the Seals have started in Delaware Valley territory tonight.
Unbelievable, really. Unbelievable that this is only a one-score game, given that fact. Because the Warriors, have they started in Seals territory once? No. Just crazy field position advantage for Selinsgrove. Pastore runs into his own man, and Pastore is brought down. Kalitsnik's in there. That is a big sack for the Warriors. Back to midfield. We'll have 3rd and long.
Now, the best starting field position for Delaware Valley tonight was their own 33.
Unbelievable. That would be considered horrible starting field position for Selinsgrove.
Correct. Their worst starting position was, in fact, the 33.
Wow. Yeah, just amazing.
The worst.
That's amazing.
So that's a stat to think about as we move forward here. But once again, Delaware Valley's defense having to come up big. First 2 downs, they have done just that. Yep. They got 3rd and 17, called maybe 16 for the Seals.
At the 50, and you don't want to if you give up like 10 yards, then you allow them to go for it on 4th. So this is a big play here, and we're actually going to have a timeout called by Selinsgrove before this important 3rd down. 5:52 remaining 3rd quarter. Selinsgrove leads by 8. They've got the football. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging you to make the most out of the final days of summer and beginning of fall. It's not too late to get that kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or river raft that you've been wanting. We also have tons of bicycles in stock, ranging from BMX to mountain, kids, electric, and comfort bikes. Plus, we're offering some great end-of-season deals. If you're interested in cycling and want to learn more, stop into either one of our stores located in Milford, Pennsylvania, or Port Jervis, New York. Our super friendly and knowledgeable staff will help guide you on the proper gear and best places to ride. We look forward to seeing you soon.
At the Veterans Health Administration, we provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide.
Our hands are busy, competent.
All season, don't miss the action of DV.
Pastore drops back on this 3rd and long, rolls out to his right. There is a flag on the field. It's intercepted by Kolitsnik. And he will return it back into Selinsgrove territory. We will wait on the flag.
I think the first one's going to be a hold. The second one's going to be on the defense. Well, it'll be offense at that point.
Yeah.
It's post-possession. It's going to go against Delaware Valley. They're going to start in their own territory, but they're going to have the ball here.
So Justin Kolitsnik, the senior, he had a sack and an interception on the possession. And now the Warriors offense is going to have pretty good field position. We'll see exactly where after these penalties are settled.
And Delaware Valley will decline the initial penalty, which would have been a hold.
Ryder Machado is trying to get back into this game. As of now, he's on the sideline with his helmet on. Not in the huddle. But it looks like he's trying to get back out there.
Well, I guess maybe that was against the Seals because we haven't seen anything marked off yet.
No, as of now, the Warriors are going to start on the 43 of Selinsgrove. That's where it's spotted.
But there should have been, if it was against the Seals, you should have a penalty marked off.
It could have been a hold
Selinsgrove
that you would decline.
That's interesting. It was a post-possession flag I saw.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Logan Olsmer in at quarterback. He hands it off to Kolitsnik, and Kolitsnik will fall forward inside the 40. Got a gain of 4 or 5. Warriors now moving from left to right, and here is Ryder going to come back in? He wanted to, and yes, we've got a stoppage on the field.
It's like another Seal with a cramp out there.
Gavin Bastian is down, and this is becoming a big storyline here in this second half. I believe Ryder Machado is going to join his teammates out there when we return. Got a score here. Really needless to say, Warriors down by 8. Little under 20 minutes remaining in this game. 5:27 remaining 3rd quarter. You've got a golden opportunity now you need to cash in.
Well, you know what? You were down 2-0 in the turnover battle, right? You got one of your own now, finally. You have the ball in Seals territory for the first time tonight, right?
Yeah.
Your first drive that you started in enemy territory.
Yeah.
You have to take advantage of that. Good teams take advantage of situations like this.
I formation. It's Kolitsnik still in at the tailback position. Ramirez the lone receiver here. Play action fake. Olsmer rolling out to his left. He's going to keep it. Olsmer with a stiff arm, and he is drugged down. That was a violent play, and we might have a face mask.
Yeah, I think we might have a face mask out there.
Give Logan Olsmer credit for staying up there.
He, it was totally naked boot, and it was sniffed out instantly. Now we have to check and see if it's going to be against the defense or not, because you can get a face mask with a stiff
Offensive,
arm, depending on how it goes. So we have to see what the actual call is going to be.
Nothing sorted out yet. And the Warriors' offense is moving backwards.
Yeah, so there you go.
Wow.
That's on the stiff arm.
Yep.
Boy.
You had that one, Craig. A face mask penalty against Logan Olsmer.
So we have to see if this is the 5 or 15, 5-yard variety.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
So that's going to move it to the 45-yard line. It's still second and short.
No, second and 12.
Excuse me, yes, second down and 12. It was second and about 6, and now it's second and 12. Olsmer under center. He hands it off to Kalitsnik, who heads to the left, bounces off a tackle, and gets back up to the 40. This likely is 4-down territory. You'll have 3rd and long here. Could really do anything you want with it.
Call it 3rd and a long 7, maybe. Big play, though. I mean, you need to pick up 4 or 5 yards here at least. You don't want to have 4th and 6 or 7 here at this sort of position in the game and on the field.
Seen some offensive linemen rotating in and out of the game as well. Amir Galite will come off.
Yeah, Ventucci came on for him.
It's 3rd and 7. 4:40 left in the third. 14-6. Selinsgrove leads it. Olsmer in the eye. Fakes the give to Kalitsnik, rolls out to the right, has some space to operate. He's going to take off now. He's going to angle his way out of bounds. He does not have a first down. It's a short gain. It will be 4th down.
Ball came free as he approached the sideline. So luckily, ball goes out of bounds, and probably looking at a 4th and 4 here for Delaware Valley. And what do you do?
About a 6-yard gain on the play.
Ryder Machado still trying to get into this game, and doesn't look like the coaches are going to let him.
Boy, I'd love to go full house here and run the play action out of it.
It is 4th and 4 at the 37.
I don't think we're going to get that, though.
Nope, we are not. We've got 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. Olsmer is in the shotgun, Kalitsnik to his left. Corey and Ramirez are the receivers. 4th and 4. Olsmer has it. Olsmer under pressure, rolls to the right, fires towards the sideline. And Jaden Ramirez, what a catch for a first down up to the 30.
I'll tell you what, that's the one that he dropped last time. Ball about in the same position. Yeah. This time, Ramirez able to come down for it with a big 3rd down catch to give the Delaware Valley Warriors a 1st and 10. Ball's marked at the 30.
That time he had a defender draped all over his back as well. 4:05 remaining third quarter. Warriors down by 8, but they've got a 1st and 10. At the Selinsgrove 30. Kalitsnik still the tailback, and there's some miscommunication here. And Coach Olsmer will have to take his first timeout of half number 2. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Yard by yard, play by play. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
We're back at Bolig Stadium. 3:57 remaining in the third. Warriors down by 8. 14-6 is the Selinsgrove lead. 1st and 10 after that timeout by the Warriors. After that 4th down reception by Jaden Ramirez. And Ryder Machado, he has gotten himself back onto the football field after those cramping issues. He's out there for a 1st and 10. That's a carry. He breaks a tackle. And Ryder Machado is up to about the 26-yard line on a gain of 4.
Had to, once again, sidestep a would-be tackler in the backfield there. And Delaware Valley going with the, I think it was a 3 tight end look there. Single setback.
And now I think we're going to get your power look. Ramirez just exited the field. Kalitsnik is on.
Here we go.
And here we go. This is what worked so well on that scoring drive in the first half. It's Estevez, Kalitsnik, and Machado, and it's Kalitsnik who gets it and has nowhere to go.
Yeah, he had to step to his left, maybe wanted to step to his right. And the Seals did a nice job on that one. The first time they've really stopped that power eye backfield here in the game.
Also of note, Justin Estevez back out on the field. He got banged up earlier in the game. Backup fullback.
3rd and 7 here for the Warriors.
2:50 remaining third quarter. A couple of big plays upcoming. Warriors, of course, in 4-down territory here. This is a play-action fake. Olsmer rolling to the right. Olsmer has some space. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. He is close.
I'll tell you what, the big run there, they're going to put him probably in 4th and very short.
Needed 6. I think he got 5.5.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, that's a good play right there. Play action. You're looking for something that had it all covered up. Logan did a good job there.
Right back up to the line. 4th and about a yard. Power eye look. 4th and about 1. Machado gets it. Machado's got a first down. He's inside the 20, near the 15. And we have had 2 4th down conversions on this drive for DV.
Yeah, some good Delaware Valley football right here, guys.
2:15 remaining third quarter. 14-6 Selinsgrove leads. Clock now running.
Kalitsnik getting a little extra instruction there from Coach O.
1st and 10 at the 16. Ball spotted on the near right hash. Power eye again. Estevez. Kalitsnik, Machado behind Olsmer. Kalitsnik gets it, goes up the middle, explodes up the middle, and he will fall forward inside the 10-yard line. He's had a nice night, both on the offensive and defensive sides.
Yeah, he's done a yeoman's job on both sides of the ball here tonight, picking up some important yards between the tackles in these power eye formations.
A couple of those two-way seniors having big nights, Aiden Black and Justin Kalitsnik. It's 2nd and 3 now at the 9. 80 seconds remaining third quarter. Machado has it. Machado gets tripped up after a short gain. Bodies falling all over the place there.
3rd and call it 2 here. Did a nice job to pick up anything right there. Again, had to sidestep a guy right at the line of scrimmage.
Ventucci came up gingerly. He's going to check out now for Amir Galite. They continue to rotate along that offensive line, trying to keep guys fresh. So many of these offensive linemen are playing on the defensive side of the ball as well. It's important to get guys in and out of the game. 3rd and 2 now, under a minute remaining third quarter. Estevez, Kalitsnik, Machado in the backfield. The handoff is to Machado. Machado weaving through. He's inside the 5. I think he's got enough for a first down.
Yeah, it should be 1st and goal about the 3-yard line here, it looks like.
Warriors will have to run another play here in this third quarter.
3-yard gain on play.
Clock is now running. 35 seconds and ticking away in the third quarter. 14-6, Selinsgrove has the lead. Stick with what got you down here, this power eye formation. And now we've got a stoppage on the field. And it might have been a Seals player that was down. I believe it was. Number 12 is exiting the field. That's Luke Smith, the senior.
Another well-timed stoppage here for the Seals after Delaware Valley came to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was not. Yes.
The Seals will make some wholesale changes. Interesting, some chicanery perhaps going on the Seals side of the.
Smith was able to jog right off the field, and you wonder, as a senior, might have been a heady play by Luke Smith. 13 seconds to go. Now, actually, DV doesn't have to run a play, but they will. It's Machado. Machado looking for the end zone, and he will get pushed in. Ryder Machado crushes the plane. And it's 14-12, and now we'll see. What do you do?
I'll tell you what, I get in the full house.
I think so, too.
That's my decision if I'm down there, but I'm not the guy on the sidelines with the headset.
It's a tough call, because if you go for it and don't get it,
yeah, I get it,
and then you give up a touchdown, then the game is basically over.
I mean, you're certainly down 2 scores. I'm not going to say it's over, but you're down 2 scores. You haven't exactly been a quick strike offense.
Yes, but they're going to go for 2. Warriors going for the tie. They've got that power eye, full house look. Going with the bread and butter. Kalitsnik has it. Kalitsnik is in. 14-all. The Warriors have tied it up. I don't know how they've stuck around in this game, but here we are. 6 seconds to go, third quarter. 14-all. What a scoring drive there for the Warriors. We'll stay here and take the break after the quarter. A couple of fourth down conversions there. Just kept churning out yards. Again, the 2 Warriors touchdown drives, they've done it the way they want to do it. They're trying to set the identity here in week 1.
Yeah, you know what? They're 2 successful drives. What's it been? It's
power running.
Power running game.
Yep. And a couple of well-timed passes.
Agreed. So obviously the fourth down pass
it was
from Olsemer to Ramirez. You don't get to where you are if you don't make that pitch and catch. But at the end of the day, it's been up front here on the 2 drives that they've actually scored on. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's 0-0, with 6 seconds to go in the third, essentially. So after all of the, terrible field position situations they've had to deal with.
A couple of bad turnovers.
They take advantage of the interception.
Yep.
They take advantage of finally getting decent field position, and they score. And we said good teams take advantage of the opponent's mistakes. They did that. Now they have to follow up. Got to get another stop on defense and at least control the clock a little bit, and finally get field position going in the other direction, perhaps.
Tucker Tietz, who had to sit a few plays out on the last possession for a cramp, he's in, ready to receive this kickoff. Instead, it'll go to the other side to Gavin Bastian. He receives it around his own 10, switches fields. Nice return up to about the 30, and brought down as the quarter expires. Kalitsnik in on the tackle. 14-14, that's the score. We've got 12 minutes left to play in Selinsgrove. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Get fresh this holiday season with help from Olsemer's Christmas Tree Farm. Open Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., now through December 24th at noon. Open Black Friday, November 25th, too. The tree pricing is as follows. 6 feet to 8 feet, $50, and trees over 8.5 feet, $80 with a coupon. $5 coupons can be from the newspaper or online at olsemerstreefarm.com. Get fresh this holiday season with a fresh-cut tree, wreath, or swag from Olsemer's Tree Farm. Exit 17 from Route 84 in Sterling, Pennsylvania. Just follow the signs.
The play-by-play of Warriors football is here on LITE 106.9.
We've got 1 quarter left to determine this one. Well, at least 1 quarter. Maybe we'll go to overtime. Who knows here in week 1. This has been a back-and-forth affair. Warriors have just kind of hung around all night long, and here they are. Squared away with the Seals. Selinsgrove has the football. 1st and 10 at their own 29, moving from left to right.
Okay.
Ball is spotted on the far left hash. Tucker Tietz, very notably, back into the game at tailback. Bullington is the fullback. Pastore, of course, the QB. Pastore takes the snap, hands it off. Tietz tripped up in the backfield, and a nice tackle from behind there. That was Carter Fauble. He's had a few good ones tonight.
Well, you see, though, Tietz is 1 step away.
Every time.
Yeah. It looks like he's bottled up, right? Mm-hmm. But he does such a good job of cutting back against the grain. If you don't have that really, really good pursuit defense coming from the weak side, you're going to be in big trouble.
2nd and 8 at the 31 of DV. I formation. 1 receiver each side of the formation. Pastore drops back, fires complete. He's got Hicks. Hicks breaks a tackle. Hicks has a first down up to the 45. He's forced out of bounds by Logan Olsemer. That's a nice gain. 14. Senior to senior, Pastore to Hicks.
Got to make that tackle as a defensive back. You had a cushion. You kind of basically you're giving him the catch, right? You're not contesting the pass. In that case, you have to make that tackle. If you're not going to be making a play on the ball, you've got to make that tackle.
They'll give him an extra yard up to the 46, and they go back to the I now. Bastian right side of the formation, Hicks the receiver to the left. Pastore hands it off to Teets. Teets explodes up the middle. Teets is a runaway freight train up to the 35-yard line. He is so explosive once he gets going. That's another big gain, 19 this time, and 35 yards over the last 2 snaps for the Seals.
Yeah, just, if you get past the front 7, safeties are playing pretty far off the ball, so it's going to be a big run if you get if you get past those inside linebackers. You got to hold your breath if you're DV.
10:50 remaining in the game. 14-all is the score. Pastore in the eye. Bullington and Teets behind him. Pastore going hard count, hands it off to Bullington, and now the more power runner, Bullington, will pick up 5 yards, dragging defenders with him as he gets up to the 30.
They did a nice job up front there, just at the initial line of scrimmage, able to move Tucci off the ball just a little bit and give him some space to work with, and the big fullback, when he gets a north-south head of steam there, tough to bring down.
Stick in the eye. They've done that the majority of their snaps tonight. Pastore, Bullington, and Teets. That's the trio. Here's another handoff to Teets, off to the left side. Teets has space, cuts it back to the middle of the field. He's got a first down. He's inside the 15 to the 14. 16 more for the senior. He's starting to take over.
Right now, they're just doing a really good job of getting bodies on the line, inside linebackers. Handy and Kalitsnik are kind of been neutralized here on these power plays.
Teets did have to come off the field there, limping a little bit and favoring his ankle. He's handled a heavy workload tonight. New running back checks into the game. It's Brett Rice. Brett Rice in for the Seals at tailback. He gets the give, goes off to the left. Nice blocking in front and a good run for Rice. He's inside the 10-yard line, gets up to the 7, and that is 7 more yards for Selinsgrove.
Right now, I'll tell you what, the Seals offensive line's taking it to Delaware Valley. Not really up the middle so much, just a lot of off-tackle stuff. They're doing a good job of kind of collapsing the DV defense and kicking out.
2nd and 3 at the 7. Rice is still in at tailback. Hicks to the left of the formation. Bastian, the flanker, to the right. Play action fake. Pastore rolling right, looking for Sassman. It's deflected and nearly intercepted.
Aiden Black got his hands on the ball.
And then a diving attempt by Mike Isolino.
That would have been a monster play.
Instead, we've got a monster 3rd and 3 looming.
You have to assume, well, with tie score, you're probably going to kick a field goal if you can't make this. So
I would think so, unless you get it 4th and 1 or less. 3rd and 3 from the 7 of DV. 8:55 remaining 4th quarter. 14-14 the score. Still no Tucker Teets. Rice is the tailback. I formation. Pastore drops back. He looks across the middle into the end zone, complete. Caleb Hicks, he was wide open, and he's in to make it 20-14 Selinsgrove. 8:51 remaining, 4th quarter.
Breakdown in pass coverage on that play. Nobody was covering Hicks, and there was confusion between the corner and the safety on that play, and Hicks was just waltzing across the middle of the end zone by himself.
Carter Young trying to make it a 7-point lead. Oof. That was nearly blocked.
It was, but it was good.
Yep. 3 for 3 on the night is Young for extra point attempts. 21-14, the Seals lead it. We'll step aside. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Hey, this is TC from Action Bikes and Outdoor, encouraging you to make the most out of the final days of summer and beginning of fall. It's not too late to get that kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or river raft that you've been wanting. We also have tons of bicycles in stock, ranging from BMX to mountain, kids, electric, and comfort bikes. Plus, we're offering some great end-of-season deals. If you're interested in cycling and want to learn more, stop into either one of our stores located in Milford, Pennsylvania, or Port Jervis, New York. Our super friendly and knowledgeable staff will help guide you on the proper gear and best places to ride. We look forward to seeing you soon.
This is LITE 106.9, your home for Delaware Valley sports. This is Warriors football on the LITE.
We're back at Bolig Stadium in Selinsgrove, and the Seals have taken a 21-14 lead. A touchdown pass from Mark Pastore to Caleb Hicks. The two seniors connecting to give their team a 7-point lead, 8:51 remaining in this game. Warriors are going to get the football back. They scored last time they had it. Now they're probably going to have to do so again.
Yeah, 8 plays. And Delaware Valley's got a lot of work to do here, especially with the way the offense has been running. You have to question whether they can get 2 drives in less than 9 minutes. So
yeah, they got to score here. We've got another kickoff that will bounce into the end zone, yet another touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 Warriors at their own 20, moving from our right to our left in their all-white uniforms. Justin Kalitsnik heading out to the field. Ryder Machado's already out there, and Tyler Bird will be the quarterback.
Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here. Maybe some of the best football we've seen in Week 1 in a while. A lot of barn burners. Scranton 28-27 in the 4th over Wilkes-Barre. Crestwood Valley View tied at 14.
Bunch of good games tonight. We'll give you those scores later on in the post-game show. We'll name our Warrior of the game as well. But first, Ryder Machado's got a carry. And after a quick one-cut, he picked up about 5 yards up to the 25.
A nice cutback there by Ryder. Turns a 2 or 3 yard pickup into 5.
Definitely have some contenders for Warrior of the game.
Yeah.
2 definitely come to mind for me. We'll see what Craig is thinking later on as well. And really, there's still quite a bit of game here. Anyone else can etch their name in glory as well. 2nd and 5 at the 25. Bird, play action fake. Bird rolling to the right. Bird stepping up in the pocket. Bird will just throw it away.
I thought maybe if he committed, might have been able to pick up 3 or 4 yards if he just tucked it and went. But I think once he kind of bounced it out a little further, he had to get rid of it.
He was trying to keep it alive, step up in the pocket. But I agree. I think if that original read from him was to take off, he could have gotten a couple.
It kind of looked like he wanted to, but then he
like kind of stepped back a bit.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 at the 25. Now 8:08 remaining in this game. 21-14. Selinsgrove leads. Yeah, absolutely. You do not want to go 3 and out. They're going to line up in the I. Kalitsnik is the tailback. Estevez the fullback. They're going to give it to Kalitsnik, and he's got nowhere to go, but he kind of stayed on his feet, picked up about 3.
He's going to be a
4th and 2.5.
Yeah, that's boy. He looked like he was stopped in the backfield. He did a good job to get to what he did.
Coach Olsmer is debating right now on what to do.
I think he's got to go full house here. I mean, the way that they have played on offense, if you're 4th and 1.5 yards, I think you got to go. Now, how they're going to line up is the question.
We've got 15 on the play clock. They're still in the huddle.
Handy's going to come out, so we're going big back.
4th and about 2, under 10 play clock. They are going with that power eye look. They snap it. Hand it off to Kalitsnik. He's up the middle. Justin's got the first down. Past the 35, up to the 36. Coach Olsmer, very, very gutsy tonight, and it paid off there in a big way. First down up to the 36.
And what are we going to do?
Stick with it.
Stay in the heavy set.
Yep. 7-13 and counting. Warriors down by 7. Fake the give. Bird rolling out. Bird in trouble. He just kind of flips it out there. That could be a fumble.
It
is called a fumble. It's picked up. It's returned all the way. That's a Selinsgrove touchdown. Bird just kind of flipped it out there. They called it a fumble instead of an incomplete pass. It's Caleb Geipel on the fumble recovery and return. And just like that, it's 27-14.
I thought he was trying to shovel it, but maybe he got hit from behind, got hit on his hand from behind. I don't know, but that's a kind of a game killer right there.
Right after that big 4th down conversion, a gut punch, a massive turnover. 6:59 remaining in this game. We have a flag before the extra point. I think there might be too many Warriors on the field. Nope, it's on the offense. So that'll back things up 5 yards and makes this extra point interesting. Craig has always said that, you move that extra point back a little bit, you mess up the procedure, it changes everything, even for a good kicker like Carter Young. So this is now a 25-yard extra point instead of a 20. High snap. And it was deflected and still went through. 28-14, Selinsgrove has a 2-score lead. Warriors are going to have to score in a hurry. We'll be right back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
Thinking about selling your home? Call the market-leading real estate experts with an impressive 59 years of experience. Davis Archant Realtors. At Chant in Milford, they prioritize you. There are no hidden costs like tech, marketing, or administrative fees, just transparency and trust. Let them give you a free estimate of your home's value. Choose Davis Archant Realtors, where their goal is to sell your home fast at the best price. Davis Archant Realtors, call 800-754-5860 or online at chantre.com.
Yard by yard, play by play. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
Well, the Warriors have been hanging around all night, but right now they are on the wrong end of a 2-score deficit. 28-14, Selinsgrove leads the Warriors after a scoop and score touchdown for the Seals. Caleb Geipel, the senior defensive back, able to take it in and start off his final season of high school football in a big way. Warriors have some work to do. Their 2 scoring drives have been very run-heavy, very time-consuming. You can't do that now. Simply put, you've got to go. You probably have to score within 4 minutes.
Yes, to give yourself a chance.
Still have 2 timeouts. Yeah, if you could score by about the 3-minute mark, you have a chance, but they're going to have to go. And it will almost certainly be Logan Olsmer operating the offense.
Well, and you're almost certainly going to be starting from your own 20-yard line as well.
Yes, yeah, we do know that, thanks to Carter Young, who has put every kickoff into the end zone. That's an important weapon to have. Not many teams have a kicker who's capable of doing that at the high school level.
Yep.
And there we go again. Carter Young into the end zone. Touchback, 1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 20. Again, moving from our right to our left. And Logan Olsmer will lead his offense out onto the field. Jackson Corey and Jaden Ramirez, those will be the 2 receivers. Aiden Black is in the game. Ryder Machado and Justin Kalitznik as well. This is that core offensive unit for DV. These are the guys you want in there right now. You got to rip off a chunk play at some point pretty soon here.
Yeah, they really have not had one big play. I don't think they've had a play over 20 yards tonight.
I don't know that they have. Ryder Machado is a slot receiver here. He's to the right of the formation with Ramirez. To the left, it's Black and Corey. Olsmer looking quick, looking for that out route to Black, and it gets punched away. He had it in his arms, and then it was swatted out. That was number 22, Carlos Stutter.
This is the problem at this point in the game. That defensive front can pin their ears, and you can see the Seals are playing big cushion on the outside, right? So they're keeping everything in front of them. They understand, if they don't give up any big plays, it's going to be difficult for DV to be able to get back in the game here.
A couple of changes here. Off come Machado and Corey, and onto the field, Estevez and Kyle Chayback. It'll be an I formation look. 2nd down and 10. Play action fake. Olsmer rolling out. Olsmer looking deep for Chayback. He's got him in stride. Inside the Seals 40. There's the big play that they needed. And it comes to the number 2 tight end, Kyle Chayback.
Well, nobody's looking for the backup for the number 2 tight end, right? We spoke about Kyle on the way in today, and I really liked what I saw from him in the scrimmage, and a great job there by number 86.
That's a 42-yard gain up to the 38 of the Seals. Now we got to give to Kalitznik. He breaks a tackle, stiff arms another man, and he will roll forward up to the 35 on a gain of 3. 6.5 minutes remaining, 4th quarter. It's 28-14 Selinsgrove. And it'll be 2nd and 7 at the 35.
Tough running there by Justin. He doesn't have a whole lot of space to work with, I can tell you that.
Estevez is going to come off the field now. The Warriors nearly had too many players in the huddle. 6:09 left in the game. Trying to score within the next 2 to 3 minutes. I formation. The give is to Kalitsnik, who breaks a tackle, and Kalitsnik is tripped up close to the first down marker. It's going to be about 3 yards short.
Instant penetration of the backfield there. I think the defender actually stepped on Logan Olsmer's foot. Lucky to pick up positive yards there. 3rd and 3 here for DV.
3rd and 3, and Chris Eisloffel is in the game now, and actually he's going to check out really at the last second here. This is burning valuable time. 5:25 remaining as Ryder Machado comes into the game. 3rd and 3. Machado gets it. Machado will fall forward for a first down. He's up to the 26. Clock will stop momentarily to reset the chains.
Ryder's just, he just looks gassed.
He does. 5:10 remaining in the game. He stays in the game. Hands on his knees. He'll get another give. Machado somehow is going to gain about 5. We're
I'll
under
say
5 minutes to go.
Say this about Ryder. He has very good vision.
Yes. He finds every hole.
If there's space to work with, he's not a head down kind of guy. He's going to find it.
2nd and 5. We've got a stoppage on the field. Maybe a Seals timeout? Yes.
All right.
That's their second of the half. We'll take a break as well. 4:44 remaining. Warriors trying to get within a possession. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford. Primetime Meats has the freshest quality meats with great everyday low prices, so you can make meals your family will love for less. Kenny and his staff can even make cooking recommendations. Primetime Meats also has food to go, including crispy, mouth-watering fried chicken, subs, sandwiches, hot lunch items, and more. Check out their daily and weekly specials online at primetimemeatspa.com. When it's time to eat, it's Primetime Meats in Milford.
Yard by yard, play by play. This is Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
Back here for the final 4 minutes and 44 seconds of this Action Bikes and Outdoors fourth quarter. Selinsgrove leads 28-14. Warriors have the football. 2nd down and about 5 on the 21 of the Seals. We just had a timeout taken by Selinsgrove. They've got 1 remaining.
Some confusion on the field here
for the offense. The Warriors, by the way, have 2 timeouts remaining. They're still trying to get set. They'll be in the eye. Kalitsnik and Machado behind Olsmer. It's still trying to get the
Coming
call.
out of a timeout, you can't have this.
Thankfully, plenty of time on the play clock. Still over 10 seconds. Olsmer takes the snap, drops back. They set up a screen, and it got deflected.
Great play.
He was going to have Jaden Ramirez, and who knows where that could have gone, but it got swiped out of the air by T.J. Deal, the senior.
Big play there because things look pretty well set up, and we know how shifty Ramirez is when he's in the open field. Big play by T.J. Deal.
3rd and 5 now. You've got 2 cracks at it here.
Looks like they're going to go heavy set.
Yeah, they might just run it 2 times. But I understand that that's the way it's worked tonight, but you're going to lose time doing it that way.
Yeah, at some point you're going to have to... they got the big play from Chavik. You're going to have to get 1 or 2 more of those.
Handoff goes to Estevez. Estevez inches away for the first down. I don't think he got it.
No, he's short.
So the clock is going to run inside 4.5 to go.
4th and about a yard here.
And I would imagine you're just going to hand it off again.
Yeah, you're going to go quick here, though.
Handy, Estevez, Kalitsnik, those are the 3 backs behind Olsmer, 4th and about 1. It's going to be a QB sneak. Olsmer gets pushed forward. Nice job there by Justin Estevez.
Yeah, and Olsmer did a nice job of sniffing it out to the left side there.
So clock stops for a second here. 4:13 to go. It'll be 1st down and 10. 1st and 10 at about the 15 of the Seals. 28-14 Selinsgrove leads. The Warriors touchdown here makes things interesting. They're sticking in the power eye. Play action fake. Olsmer rolling out. Olsmer looking for Handy, and it's incomplete. He had him wide open in the flat, and they couldn't complete it.
Oh, Colton handy.
He had him.
Colton wasn't so handy on that play.
Right to the numbers.
Oh. All right. Clock stops.
Yes, 4:01 to go.
Stops.
Second and 10. Second and 10 at the 15.
Going to go back to the I formation here, it looks like.
Yep. Bringing in a receiver. It's Jackson Corey. Him and Jaden Ramirez are in. We've got 2 tight ends in as well. Chayback and Aiden Black. So they're actually going to go with 12 personnel here. 3 receivers to the right. Black, Corey, and Ramirez. Olsmer in the shotgun. He'll roll out to the right. Olsmer gets a good block. Olsmer looking for the end zone, and he's complete to Ramirez, who came back for it 2 yards short, got himself out of bounds, 3:54 remaining in the game.
First and goal, I believe, we'll get here, or no?
Yes.
Should be.
It'll be first and goal at the 2.
So go back to the heavy set here.
Remember, the goal was to score with about 3 minutes remaining in the game. There's currently 3:54. The big play on this drive, the 42-yard hookup from Olsmer to Kyle Chayback. And now the Warriors are trying to get into the end zone. First and goal from the 2. They're down by 14, under 4 minutes to go. Power I. Hand off to Kalitsnik. Kalitsnik tripped up. Did he fall in? He did. Justin Kalitsnik continues his strong night. And with 3:49 remaining, it's 28-20. Warriors inch a little bit closer. Everett Bell will come onto the field. He'll kick an extra point momentarily. But for now, the Warriors are back in this football game. Reminder, they've got 2 timeouts remaining, so plenty of time if the defense can come up with a quick stop.
Yeah, it's going to be, obviously it has to be a 3-and-out situation here. And do we have a timeout on the field?
We might have an injury break right now. Maybe another cramp.
See?
3:49 remaining. So that drive went, to me, about as well as it could have.
Yeah, it didn't start off so great, but,
No.
Obviously the huge play to Chayback, that's the drive maker right there. Put you in a position where you can then really kind of go to work.
Score in about 3 minutes, and, now it's up to the defense once again. We do have a player down on the field here. Try to find out who it is. It is a Warriors player who's being helped to his feet. Now, it was actually Justin Kalitsnik. He's going to jog off the field.
Probably cramped up there at the end of that play. He's been on the field.
He's been a workhorse. He really has. He reminds me of like a hockey defenseman who's just playing nearly the entire game for his team.
It's a calf cramp, it looks like. So, got to get fluids in you.
Yeah. Yeah, because you want him out there. Oh my. Pre-snap penalty. It is. False start. So, the Warriors have already struggled with an extra point in this game with a low snap, and now you're putting pressure on everybody. And the kick is deflected, and it will still go through. Wow. 28-21 after that converted kick by Everett Bell. We'll take a break, come back for the conclusion of this one. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School football on LITE 106.9.
When the game is on the line, the Warriors count on their coaches to help them come out on top. Just like you can count on the experts at Olsmer Clark Insurance to tackle all your insurance needs. From business to personal, auto to home, Olsmer Clark Insurance has the skill to find the right coverage at the right price to help you protect what matters most. As an independent insurance agency, Olsmer Clark gives you the power of choice. Visit olsmerclark.com. Learn more about how you can protect what matters most to you with the help of Olsmer Clark Insurance.
You're listening to Warriors football on LITE 106.9.
The Warriors have cut the Selinsgrove lead in half. It's now 28-21 with 3:49 remaining. Craig, let's get the Olsmer Clark Insurance drive summary.
11 plays, 80 yards. 3 minutes and 10 seconds capped off by the 2-yard touchdown run by Justin Kalitsnik. 3:49 to go here in this game, and things are getting interesting.
We're back here for the final 3:49 of this Action Bikes and Outdoors fourth quarter. 2 timeouts remaining for the Warriors. 3:49 on the clock. If if you can force a 3 and out, you're going to give your offense ample time to operate, but even one first down is going to be close to a death blow.
Seals playing for the onside kick here, so this is where this sort of pooch kick.
Yeah, you ton of space around that 35-ish yard line. If you could place one right there, 35-30 yard line, only one man back deep. It's Tucker Teets. And Bell is just going to kick it. Is that going to stay in bounds? It will. It'll bounce into the end zone. So a touchback, no time off the clock. That works well. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Seals at their own 20. 3:49 remaining. And you just feel like this is going to be a big Tucker Teets possession.
Oh, yes. But
you got to watch for play action.
Let's remember also the worst starting field position of the night for the Seals here, starting at their own 20.
Yeah.
Can this defense take advantage?
Sure.
This is, look at all these guys are gassed out here right now.
Yes, yeah.
So it's going to be, this is the possession of the game, obviously, for this defense.
And Justin Kalitsnik, of course, he's back out there despite those cramps, fighting through them to stay in on defense. Him and Machado have both battled through cramping issues. They're both in the game right now. 1st and 10 from the 20. The give is to Tucker Teets. He's got a short gain. He's trying to push the pile a bit, and he's going to gain, I think, 2 up to the 22. Clock will run unless Coach O takes a timeout. He will not do so here.
You got to wait at least one play here, I think.
We're going to have
one more stop here.
Have a big body check in. Anthony Ciarelli, 6'3", 320, coming in to clog a hole on that defensive line.
Vanucci coming off. That is a space eater.
Yes. Big nose tackle there in this 3-4 defense. 3:10 and ticking away. 10 on the play clock. 2nd down and 7. 28-21, Seals lead it. They have the ball. Pastore, the veteran quarterback, taking every second he can. He hands it off to Teets again, and a nice tackle. It looked like Ryder Machado came up in run support. Now Olsemer will take the timeout, and we have got a huge 3rd and short upcoming.
Well, I'll tell you what, he picked up a lot more yards on that.
He got like 3.
How did that happen?
I don't know. He just kind of fell forward because he was contacted immediately by Machado.
That's a good spot for the Seals. I felt like he was down at like the 31 or the 25 or 26.
It's 3rd and a long 3.
Oh, boy. Well, you know who's getting the ball here.
Yeah, you got to give it to Teets again. And really, here's the question for me. If you get it to 4th and 1, do you go for it? So
no, you have to kick the ball. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know. I get it.
Do you trust your running game that has been
it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
At least in this, second half, it's been solid.
Yeah. It would be an interesting decision. They might not even get there.
Where you're, in that position on the field, it would be an interesting decision for sure. Because if you don't get it, you put yourself in a position to maybe lose the football game. So
Warriors have a timeout remaining. So even if Selinsgrove picks up this first down, the game is not mathematically over.
It's tough.
Essentially over.
Right.
But it's not officially done. So, but really, for all intents and purposes, the Warriors need to get a stop right here. 3rd and they're calling it 4, but I think it's more like 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
They're going to go with an I formation look. Teets is the tailback.
Watch
Pastore.
The hard count here.
Yeah, veteran quarterback in Mark Pastore. He's going to hand it off to Teets. Off to the right side. Trying to find space. Teets got to about the 30.
Oh, my goodness.
They've marked him
you kidding?
Just barely short, and now that decision...
How did he get there?
I really have no idea how he even got where he did.
How did he get there? I have a feeling they're going to measure this.
They've got it 4th and less than a yard right now. Last time out for the Warriors.
Warriors, sorry.
2:42 remaining.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't know how he got... He looked like he was bottled up.
I thought he was going to lose yardage, and somehow he gained 2 out of that.
Well, here we go, folks. This is the game.
This is what...
This is the game.
And I think you go for it, and...
Yeah, it doesn't look... I don't see any change of personnel on the other side of the field here. They have one timeout left?
The Seals do. Yeah, so you can go hard count.
I am going hard count here.
Yeah.
And shift, right?
Yeah.
So that's an old trick Berwick used for many a year with Coach Curry, right?
Yeah.
They'd line up on 4th and short, and then they would shift like 4 guys, and I can't tell you how many times that worked. If I'm a high school football team, I have that play in my book just for these situations.
4th and less than a yard. 2:42 remaining in the game. Selinsgrove leads 28-21. If they get a first down here, it's basically over. Pastore under center. Teets is the tailback. It's a QB sneak.
Oh, we got a flag!
A pre-snap penalty. Oh, my goodness. He was going to have the first down on that sneak.
Wow.
Instead, back him up 5.
Now you have to punt the football.
Yeah, no choice.
However, Delaware Valley had to burn that last time out, so that's big.
Wow. I mean, it really doesn't get bigger than that. They had that first down for sure.
Yeah. Wow.
And here comes the special teams unit. And right now, yes, we've got Young onto the field. The 2 men back deep to return this punt are Corey and Ramirez standing around their own 40-yard line. 2:42 remaining in this game.
Seals might have to take a timeout here.
Yeah, 10 seconds on the play clock. They do have the 1 timeout remaining. I'm sure they don't want to use it. 5 seconds. 4. They're going to get the snap off. We'll see what type of kick they get out of this. Of course, they get a good one. Corey going back. He bobbles it. Can he land on it?
Yeah.
Yes. My goodness.
I thought we might see a punt block kind of come from Delaware Valley there, but they didn't bring the pressure. And what a kick.
An incredible change of field position. The Warriors are going to have it at their own 25. I know he's missed 2 field goals tonight, but what a weapon Carter Young has been in the field position game. All those touchbacks, a few good punts as well. None bigger than that one. So the Warriors are going to have to go 75 yards in 2 minutes and 32 seconds with no timeouts. They trail by 7. Logan Olsmer stays in at quarterback. He's been under center for all 3 scoring drives, and he remains in.
He's done a good job of taking care of the football tonight, too.
Coach Olsmer is livid at his sideline.
He is.
There's only 10 seconds, and the Warriors are going to have to take a false start. They are down a man. They're going to take a delay of game.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. This is going to be a delay of game out of the punt.
These are the unforced errors. How does that even happen?
And that is why Coach Olsmer was so upset. So now it'll be 1st and 15 at the 20. Now you got to go 80 yards.
Yeah, it's just, obviously at this point in the game, I don't know, the 5 yards, how big a difference, we're going to find out. Obviously you don't want to be 1st and 15.
No.
You're going to have to pick up first downs, so it's just an unexcusable error.
Yeah. 3 receivers here to the left side of the formation. It's Machado, Corey, and Ramirez. Olsmer's going to roll out that way, gets a chip block from Kalitsnik. He's just going to have to fling it out of bounds. He was under pressure there. It was number 3, Tucker Teets, in on the QB pressure.
Yeah, when you line up in trips like that, everybody knows you're rolling in that direction.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to get to the outside shoulder of that defender. And if you don't, you need to step up as a quarterback. You can't just keep rolling.
They've tried to keep them honest once or twice, rolling out and then throwing back to the other side. But, yeah.
You got to find the guy who's dragging across. You have to step up, find the man who's dragging across. To continue to roll out there is really, it's just tough. It's tough. And it's not an easy decision to make. So
2:31 on the clock. Olsmer takes the snap. He's going to fire complete to Ryder Machado. He gets away from 1 tackler. He's going to get really back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. It's going to be 3rd and long. Clock is running, 2:15 to go. Seals lead this game 28-21. DV's got to go. They've got to go now, and they need a big gain on this 3rd and 15.
Find somebody downfield here a little bit.
Machado and Ramirez to the right, Black and Corey to the left. Olsmer drops back. Olsmer looking for Black across the middle. It's incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind him. That was going to be tough anyway, trying to fit it in between a few defenders. 4th and 15. This is the ball game now with 1:59 to go.
I feel like Aiden's got to make that catch. I know it's not easy. I know it.
He had an opportunity for sure.
Couldn't tell if he actually got it. I think he got a hand on the ball.
I think he did.
It's not easy. I'm not saying it's an easy catch. But somebody here has to step up and make a play.
4th and 15. This is it. Olsmer's in the gun. Kalitsnik to his right. 3 receivers to the right. It's Black, Machado and Corey. Ramirez by himself to the left. Only a three-man rush. Logan has all the time in the world. He's dancing around. He's throwing it up for Ramirez. Did he come down with it?
Absolutely.
He did. Jaden Ramirez up to the 44-yard line. That's 24 yards and a first down. Those are the types of plays that Jaden Ramirez was making last year, and it's why he led the team in receiving. Minute 48 ticking away to go. Warriors down by 7. Black and Ramirez to the left of the formation. Machado and Corey to the right. Olsmer has it. They're running a screen for Ramirez. It's complete. Ramirez across midfield. Ramirez across the 45. He's got a first down. Still going. Inside the 40. Brought down from behind. Brought down from behind up to the 36-yard line. That's another 20 yards for the Warriors. Minute 28 to go.
Give credit to Logan Olsmer on these last two plays. Put nice touch on the ball. Had a lot of pressure on him on the 4th and 15.
28-21, minute 23 to go. First down for the Warriors. They're at the 37 of the Seals. Olsmer rolling right. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Minute 16 remaining now. No timeouts for the Warriors, 1 for the Seals.
It's a good decision there by Logan.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, Logan's been playing some safety tonight too, so he's feeling it a little bit, you can see. But I'll tell you what, the last 2 possessions he's been kind of at the helm. He's shown a lot of promise, I think.
2nd and 10. Ball is on the 37 of Selinsgrove. Warriors trail it 28-21. Just 76 seconds remaining. It's Olsmer in the gun. Kalitsnik standing to his right. The 3 receivers are to the right. They're going to actually hand it off to Kalitsnik, who stiff arms one tackler. Kalitsnik is inside the 30. Did he get out of bounds? He did. That is massive. With a minute 8 to go, he's a little bit short of the first down marker, but getting out of bounds is pivotal.
Do you go heavy package here and go with the play action?
I
don't think they're
like
going
that.
to, but I like the idea.
Yeah. I'm with you. It looks like they're going to keep the same players on the field, Corey and Ramirez. So, they're going to stay in the shotgun here on 3rd and 2. Minute 8 to go. 3rd and 2 from the 29 of Selinsgrove. Olsmer in the gun. To the right of him is Kalitsnik. Logan takes the snap, rolls to the right, fires complete. He's got Aiden Black. He's got a first down. Aiden Black is brought down at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7 with a minute to go. Clock stops for a moment here. Do you spike it? It looks like they're not going to. Clock's going to start rolling pretty soon. We're under a minute to go. 1st and 10 at the 22 of the Seals. Warriors need a touchdown. 53 seconds to go. Olsmer rolling out to the left. Olsmer looking across the middle of the field. It's caught. It's Corey inside the 10, up to the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal Warriors. 45 seconds to go. They've got a few shots at it. They might spike it here. 45 seconds, clock rolling. They will spike it. So they're going to have 3 shots at the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6, 41 seconds left. What an opener.
You know what I want to do, but I know he's not going to.
Well, you could do that.
You can go heavy package here, and you can run play action.
Yeah.
Or you could. I actually think you could go on a heavy package here. You can run the ball once and line right back up into it, depending on where you're at.
I think you throw on 2nd down and maybe you run on 3rd and 4th.
I'm with you. Well, you only have 3 downs now.
Yes. So run it here, and then you could, or throw it here, run it twice. We'll see what they do. They're in the heavy package. 2nd and goal from the 6. Warriors down 7. 41 seconds. They've got no timeouts. Olsmer, play action fake, rolling right, looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Aiden Black, the intended target, couldn't haul it in. 35 seconds left, 3rd and goal from the 6. You could run it here because you only have the 2 plays left in this game.
You have to have 2 plays called.
Yeah.
You have to have 2 plays called.
Yes.
So, actually, I'll say this. I think you have to have 3 plays called. Because if you don't pick up a lot of yardage, you got to throw the ball.
Yes.
So if you pick up 3 or 4 yards, you go right back in the heavy set.
3rd and goal from the 6. Only 7 seconds on the play clock. They got to go. They're right back into the set. 3 on the play clock. Got to snap it. 1. They get it off. Hand it off. Kalitsnik is just short. He's inside the 1.
Got to get up and
ticking inside 30 seconds. They got to go. 4th and goal inside the 1. Warriors down by 7, 21 seconds. 4th and goal from the 1, and a timeout is called by Selinsgrove.
Whoa, mama.
We might have game of the year in week 1.
Unreal.
28-21, the Seals lead it. The Warriors are knocking on the door. 4th and goal from the 1. Can you get the push up front?
From the 1. Well, I really thought, I think they were trying to line up to run the sneak. And Selinsgrove just like, no, we cannot let this happen.
That was a good timeout.
It was a very good timeout. Very good timeout.
Man, oh man, what a game. 2 very evenly matched teams. The Warriors were down 14 with about 7 minutes to go in this game. And here they are a yard away from pulling within a point.
If you find a way to win this game with the way the field position has gone and the turnover battle, I'll tell you what. My opinion, if you score here, you got to go for 2.
Agreed. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but I was going to say...
I know. I shouldn't say it now, but...
Here we go. 4th and goal from the 1. Olsmer's in. Chayback is in. Kalitsnik. Estevez. Handy. It's the power eye. 4th and goal from the 1. QB sneak. Trying to shove him in. Did Logan get there?
They called him down.
He is short.
They called him down.
Unbelievable.
How is that possible?
Unbelievable.
You can't take a knee here, though.
No. So, oh my goodness. To come all that way.
It's seemingly impossible.
Unbelievable. Went for the QB sneak, and it was just a pile of defenders. Wow. Well, like Craig said, I mean, this is really...
Actually, you should take a knee.
You should just take the safety.
You take the knee.
You could run some time off the clock and take the safety, yeah.
You take the knee. You take the knee. That's the smart play.
I would go in the shotgun. I would run around a bit.
You definitely take the knee.
7 seconds on. We have a penalty.
Yeah, it might be against Delaware Valley, which essentially ends the game.
Looks like it's going to be on the Seals from initial signal.
Okay. All right.
7.9 seconds.
It didn't look like they were taking the knee there, which I was really surprised.
Yeah, because really the only way you're losing this game is fumble. So
right.
You take the safety, you take your free kick, and the game's going to be over.
Right.
We'll see what they do here. They ran a second off the clock, and
how was that?
They shouldn't have run
penalty.
A second off the clock. It was a penalty.
He's sneaking it.
Did he get out of the end zone? Yeah, he did. And that's going to do it. Wow. That is a tough loss for the Warriors. 28-21, they fall here in Selinsgrove. This was a great game. Really about as good of a high school football game as you'll see. Great effort by Delaware Valley to even make it a game. They had so many disadvantages throughout this night. We'll talk about it more on the post-game show. They fall just short, little less than a yard away from being right there. They have things to be very hopeful for the future. They'll learn from this game, and we'll wrap it up when we come back. You're listening to Delaware Valley High School Football on LITE 106.9.
If you've suffered an injury in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania, you need to call the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They have a concentration in personal injury litigation as well as family law and criminal defense. If you need help getting your life back on track, call them at 570-296-7300 or visit tristatetrial.com. The law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger. They are your tri-state trial team.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
After the game, join us for your favorite songs here on The Light. Back to DV football on LITE 106.9.
Tough one. What else is there to say? 28-21, Selinsgrove wins it over the Warriors. This is the second consecutive year, Craig, that the Warriors have lost by a yard in week one. Yeah. Last year down in Florida, Aiden Black fell a yard short of getting into the end zone at the very end. This year, had it 4th and goal from the 1, tried the QB sneak, and actually ended up losing by less than a yard. But all things considered, a great effort. I think there are more positives than negatives to take away from this, and one of the big things was that the stars were shining brightly in Aiden Black and Justin Kalitznik.
Yeah, they both came to play today. Clearly, without those two, you're not in the game tonight. So, to be within a yard of having a chance to win the game after how things went overall. Yeah. You lost the turnover battle 3-1, including a fumble return for a touchdown. To be in that position, it certainly shows an awful lot of guts. And they certainly, there were points, obviously, when it got to 28-14, they could have packed it up.
For sure.
They really could, especially with how the offense had been being stymied. Mm-hmm. They clearly could have just, went in a shell and gotten ready to get back on the bus. We certainly did not see that tonight. No. There's not any quitting the team. So, look at how you bounce back from a game like this is going to determine the rest of the season. So, we saw last year, they lose by a point, right? They lose by a yard, essentially.
Yes.
And things kind of got away from them the next couple weeks. Yep. So things certainly don't get easier next week.
No, not at all. It's very stiff comp. It's the same thing as last year.
Right.
It was week 1, that gut-wrenching loss, and you play Harrisburg, one of the top teams in the entire state. And guess what? Who do you play now after a gut-wrenching loss? Harrisburg.
Right.
The only difference is this time they're coming up to Milford as opposed to having to make that long trip. And a few notes on that game from last year. One, it was a Saturday afternoon, so the Warriors, I would imagine, had to leave campus something around 7 a.m. to get there.
Let's not forget they were also without
Paulie Weinrich. That's what I was going to say. Paulie Weinrich was out for that game, too, so hard to take too much away from that one.
And they were in the game in the third quarter.
Yes.
They were still
in that game. And
then
it kind of got away from them.
Right.
Which is exactly what happened at the end of the season against Whitehall, but we'll not get off track with all of that. Focus on tonight. Another big thing to me, Logan Olsmer was fantastic tonight. He was in there for the 3 scoring drives and that last drive there. He has some real poise to him.
He does.
And he looked...
I thought he looked very... I mean, look, for the underclassmen,
yes,
I thought he looked very good. And like you said, he didn't seem to have any nervousness to him.
No.
It didn't look like the pressure... was having an impact on him. I thought he played very well.
Yeah, he was really, really impressive on some big plays. 4th and 15, delivering that throw to Jaden Ramirez. What a catch that was by him.
And I'll tell you, the really long post pattern to Chayback, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, he's wide open.
But
sometimes
he was on the money.
He was absolutely, Chayback was in stride on that play, right? He didn't have to check up for it. It was a very well-thrown ball in a pressure situation. So, yeah, I thought Logan, I thought he played very well.
So, Craig, I think it's time for us to pick our Warrior of the game, and I'm going to leave it to you. I think there are 3 very deserving candidates. Who do you want to go with? I know who I would go with.
I think we're going to agree here. I think on no quit, and if you want to talk about a Warrior, it was a Warrior-like performance tonight from this guy. He's a 4-year starter.
Yep.
He did what we thought when we were driving up here today. One of the things we said is this guy was going to have to take on a larger role on the offensive side of the ball.
Yes.
And he definitely did tonight.
Certainly.
Maybe not any huge explosive plays, but just a workhorse when he got the ball in his hands. And I think Kevin's going to like this.
Yeah.
Because it's his favorite fullback number.
Yes.
The old Tom Rathman, number 44. Justin Kalitznik is my Warrior of the game tonight.
And I completely agree. And I was going to call him a Warrior when he stuck in for that last defensive possession after he was really cramped up. He was struggling on the sideline, and he didn't miss a snap. Justin Kalitsnik, he did everything he could for his team tonight. He's going to have a big senior year. We know Jaden Ramirez, Aiden Black, Ryder Machado, all of those guys are going to be so key. Some of the big men up front, too, like Jacob Albaugh. This is a very good senior class, a very good team. And if you can get good quarterback play with those other pieces, this is going to be a great team. This was a tough loss tonight, but let's reflect on the positives because there were many of them. And if you take away some turnovers, some crazy field position stuff that isn't going to happen every week, the Warriors would have won this game. And even with all that stuff, they still fell just a yard short.
Yeah, there's positives to take away. There's negatives to take away too.
Yes.
Right? We know when you're playing a good team, you can't start slow. Okay? You can't put yourself in a hole. I felt like they put themselves in a hole. It could have been a lot worse. But they definitely didn't help themselves in the first quarter and a half. But, again, there was no quit. Certainly no quit in the team. And we saw a lot of heart and all the guys who you needed to step up. I felt like they did tonight, right? Those guys that you say, hey, these are the guys that have to lead this team. I felt like certainly, especially in the second half, I think those guys really were stepping up.
Completely agreed. I think Coach Olsmer will be proud of this effort. There will be things he wants to clean up, but I think he'll be proud of what the guys did tonight and definitely looking forward to next week. Harrisburg at home, the home opener up in Milford at Warrior Stadium. We will sign off now for this opening week. 28-21, that is the final score in favor of Selinsgrove. Before we go, we have some thanks to hand out that, everyone who made this broadcast possible. We had Coach Olsmer interviewed as well as Colton Handy. We had Tyler Bird, and we were able to get Emily Chancho to do those interviews from DVHS. Great job by her, and thank you to everybody who took some time to participate in those interviews. We'd like to thank Selinsgrove for hosting us, very accommodating to us. And we had 5 board ops back in the studio at LITE 106.9, all of which did a very good job tonight. Of course, Gavin Burt running the show. And then we had Zach Smith, Jeff Anderson, Joseph England, and Michael Alaro, all of them doing a great job tonight back in Port Jervis. We'd like to thank the LITE 106.9 management and staff. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without them. And, of course, all of our sponsors, Olsmer's Tree Farm, Action Bikes and Outdoor, Primetime Meats, Davis R. Chant Realtors, the law firm of Zimmerman and Oliger, and Olsmer Clark Insurance. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And for us, we will sign off now from Bolig Stadium. For Craig Brown, I'm Jake Graziano. Once again, 28-21, the final score. The Seals win it by a yard over the Warriors. We'll be back on air next Friday night in Milford. Home opener for the Warriors will be on air about 6:30. DV against Harrisburg, a rematch from last year's Week 2 contest. Until then, have a great weekend, and thank you for tuning in tonight. This has been Delaware Valley High School Football on LITE 106.9.